There we go.
I really wanted to record last game because it was so cool, but my laptop cannot handle it.
Yeah.
No, I get that. And like even the D&D games, like when I'm like, especially like I was kicking myself afterwards. I'm like, I should have recorded that last session. That was like, I'm gonna try, guys. This is my job now. I'm making sure.
My Saturday game went absolutely crazy last time as well.
Oof.
Like, we had an encounter with our actual big bad, and I shot him in the mouth while he was monologuing. I was very proud of that.
That's the best way to do it.
Every other time I've used a gun, I've failed and pistol whipped myself with it.
Oof.
Or I shot myself in the foot the one time. But no, this time it was a perfect roll, and I got him straight through the mouth while he was talking.
At that point, he just retires.
And I'm just like, oh, shut up.
I'd be like, you know, if I were the big bad at that point, I'd just be like, you know what, this isn't worth it.
Yeah, no,
I'm leaving.
We've been fucking with this guy for months now. Because, like, I knew that he had to have something to do with our friend going missing. And I was absolutely right. I love that my stuff is always right because I'm such a conspiracy theorist. But I was right. This fucker kidnapped him. And was, like, torturing him in a magical sub-basement.
Worst kind of basement.
Worst kind of basement. He had this poor half-fae man locked in a spell circle. So I was doing, like, a Titan AE style breaking out of the prison with a magic-eating rock. And then just pulled a pistol out of my pants and shot the man, who turned out to be a, like, goo puppet of the man. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's not even the real dude.
Oh, man.
I was mad, but we kidnapped his son.
As I say, you can never put your big bad directly in danger unless he's, like, overpowered, you know?
That's such heavy Critical Role vibes, you know,
Yeah.
first season.
Right?
You know what I mean?
I was so mad. Like, like my DM described the bullet going through his face and like half of his face just caving in and melting into goo. And the one Fae on our team goes, "Oh my god, guys, he's actually full of shit." We just relentlessly torment this man every time he tries to do something cool. We don't take anything seriously. We refer to ourselves as the Idiot Squad.
That makes sense.
Fantastic, I almost died.
Okay.
We're all eating snacks today.
I know, I'm trying to
Except
open...
for me, because all of my snacks are gone.
You just went to the store.
I didn't buy snacks at the store. I bought bread and lunch meat, and all of my lunch meat is gone because my dad uses half a pack of lunch meat to make a single sandwich.
I know how
You
that
shouldn't
is.
be allowed to eat your food if you're not allowed to eat their food.
See, I feel like that should be the rule, and my sister and mother respect that. My father respects nothing.
Send him a bill. Send him an
Get an
you owe me
invoice.
for this much meat. Yeah, send him an invoice. That's shitty.
He'll just pull up, well, when you were a kid, I fed you, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Are you a kid? Are you a kid now, mister?
it's not
his name
worth
is.
the fight,
I don't know what his name is.
Bill.
Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. Yeah, it's not worth the fight. I just need to get one of those, like, little snack fridges and put it in my closet, and I'll keep my groceries in my room.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because if that job ever gets back to me, I'll actually have, like, an income again.
They still haven't gone
How
back
are
to
they
you?
not?
I don't know. I reached out to him and was like, hey, just touching base about when you wanted to start training, and all he said was, I haven't decided yet. So I'm giving him some time, because, like, the Lagoon job also took, like, a month to get back to me, but I don't know. It's very tense, and I need to finish that commission for Josiah just to get a little bit of something, and, you know,
Do that.
do a plot pitch for my comic.
That's so stupid, though.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, considering I, like, told him I was happy to start whenever they needed me and immediately quit my other job.
Right.
Because he was like, oh, I want to start you as soon as possible. Like, cool, I have to honor the 2-week notice at my other job. Because we didn't have enough people to cover that if I just dipped.
Not to mention, you shouldn't anyway, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's, you want to leave on good terms if you leave somewhere.
Right.
And like, I wasn't gonna do that to the dogs.
Yeah.
I had to say bye to Bo. I love that dog.
Yeah.
Mhm. I saw a chihuahua on my walk earlier today, and it was like fluffy in patches.
Oh,
But
I
it was
love those.
so excited. Like, I've never seen a happy chihuahua, you know? Like, it wasn't barking, it was just like.
Yeah. We
That's
were
true.
trying to train a new girl, and like, of course she comes into Shadow on the day that we've got nothing but problem dogs. Like, we had Millie, who is just a tank of a farm dog. She thinks she's tiny. She's a big girl, and she just launches herself at you as soon as she sees you. She like comes up to like mid thigh on me, and she's just this big ball of black fur, wagging her whole body as hard as she can, and just slams into people. She actually gave Lexi a concussion once.
Oh dear.
Just tackled her.
I believe it.
Eggs.
Dogs are strong.
And then there was Nina, the St. Bernard, who I loved to pieces. I love all the birdies. Oh, there's Nina, Everest, Beethoven, and Oscar. And there was a day we had all 4 of the birdies in, and I was like, let me in the big dog room. I will die happy. Just let me be mauled to death by St. Bernard. Oh, they were so sweet and snuggly, and I loved them so much. But this poor girl came into Shadow when we had all of the dogs that have anxiety, including Bodhi, who is notorious for injuring himself. He chases his tail, and for a while it's cute, because you're like, oh, Bodhi, you're chasing your tail. The problem is when he gets his tail.
Oh, he like actually chews on it, or
bites his tail off.
Yeah.
That was a horrible day. Bodhi bit off part of his tail, and I had to deal with that. Because I was the lead that day, and I'm just like, okay, I will be calling the vet to come and get Bodhi, and then calling Bodhi's parents. And Trashly is going to stand there on her phone, as per usual.
Yeah.
There are reasons we call her Trashly. Don't even have that job anymore, and I still have to deal with her shit.
Oh.
She kept trying to, like, add me on Snapchat. I don't know who she added, because I don't have a Snapchat. I don't know who the hell she found that she thought was me. But I feel for them. I'm sure they're getting sent just absolutely stupid riddles constantly.
That person that they added.
She harassed me for an entire lunch break once. She just stood in, like, the corner of the doorway asking me riddle. And I'm sitting here like this with a half-finished bowl of ramen going, a candle.
Oh.
Just because I had the Dragonology books when I was a kid, and there was an entire chapter that was about riddles. And so I recognized all the riddles she was asking me. And I'm just like, this does not make us friends. I'm answering so you'll go away.
Yeah.
But every time I did, she'd just ask another one. And if I didn't answer, she'd ask it louder.
I think you were probably being cursed by a fairy.
I must be. I don't know who I upset to be inflicted on by that, but oh my god.
That's crazy.
Okay. So, who wants to fill Alejandra in on what you 2 idiots did?
Bad things. We did bad things.
And
good things.
probably stupid things.
Oh, incredibly stupid
Okay.
things. Cannon, you...
Went to go get a shotgun.
Right.
Walking back to the gym, felt resistances of some kind and voices.
Okay.
Yeah, so the school they
No
were
notable people around.
The school they were walking through was empty,
Right.
but felt like it was still full of people.
Okay. Right.
Meanwhile, I went to the gym and found bone
Bone Sabrina.
Bone Sabrina.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta pull out my laptop because I have all my notes there. Keep going.
I found Bone Sabrina cornering the cheerleading squad.
Trying rather desperately to talk to them, but it is very hard to talk when you don't have a tongue.
Right.
Or lips.
Yeah.
So she was just kind of making that horrible windy screeching noise, and all of the cheerleaders were screaming back.
So I gave her the chalk thing that you use to mark the fields. And I
Oh,
told her to write on the floor with it.
okay.
And it turned out she was trying to get the dream journal back so that she could wish that nothing had ever happened.
Okay.
And I kind of explained to her that her wishes had led to people's deaths. And it wouldn't help. And then she was really sad. So that was a mistake on my part.
Or maybe not, you know.
You learn the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lesson in consequences, and then there was another lesson in consequences as time itself showed up.
Oh. Okay.
Please describe them again. He needs to know how creepy they were.
Okay, time was 3 separate beings moving in unison
Okay.
and speaking in unison who had. They look. How did I describe them?
3 eyes, one of them in the forehead.
Yes, so the 2 eyes where you would expect them to be were closed, but they each had an open eye in the middle of their forehead.
Interesting.
That was just space.
And they were bald, and they were creepy.
And it's
Bald,
like,
androgynous, wearing like suits that turned into like flowy robes at the bottom.
and there's
and
3
they
people,
had-
as in like, are they like? They're not like combined or anything, right? They're more like the hags from Hercules and
Yes.
stuff like. Okay. The
Yes.
fates.
And they had markings on their palms that were each half of an hourglass.
Okay.
And they kind of used crazy time magic to disintegrate the cheerleading squad and Bone Sabrina.
Why?
They are here to clean up the anomalies caused by the Book of Death.
Oh, this is weird. Okay.
And while they were doing that, I sort of held them at gunpoint with Cannon's shotgun, and Cannon put a knife to one of their throats and cut them.
Cannon snorted time dust out of the being of future.
Interesting.
The 3 beings were past, present, and future, here to alter the anomaly caused, and they found out that the dream journal was not only held by Cannon's family, Cannon's father bound the book
Right.
that was causing time anomalies. If you'll remember, one of Sabrina's wishes was to fuck with Wednesday.
Right. Right.
That's where they came in.
Okay. So we're like on the war between like time and death right now.
Yes. And
And-
they tried to erase Aurelia and Cannon, but Cannon, snorting the time dust, instead of just killing him like it should have, aged him 9 months and healed all of his wounds.
Good.
He was almost dead.
Yeah. Good.
I'm
That's what,
still
like- 2 hit points?
I'm still so mad that you pulled that off.
Cannon gets to graduate after this because he's a year older now, but
Yeah.
And while they were disintegrating the cheerleading squad and Bone Sabrina, one of them kind of took me on a mystical mind journey and
That was future, wasn't it?
showed me the future of myself, and it was sad.
It was
oh,
very sad. It was one of the possible futures where you had spent some time in an insane asylum after this whole thing, and you were finally home, sitting in your garden, still wearing the insane asylum clothes.
interesting.
But Cannon managed to, in his ingesting of the sands of time, snorted it like a line of coke off of a fucking knife blade.
Yeah.
Did it, like purposefully, or did that just happen? Like, were you just like,
He did it on purpose.
Very much on purpose.
He
okay,
just wanted to see what would happen.
okay?
And just like, I did this.
I'm surprised like he didn't lick it. He just like like he went straight for the hard stuff. Like,
Aurelia and Cannon now have a tie to the Bureau of Time
Interesting.
and are being sent to find you.
We also have cool scar tattoos on our hands.
Yes, they now possess the hourglass tattoos.
Okay.
I possess half of one, and I don't know if the other half is on my severed hand.
Oh yeah, he found his hand.
Yeah.
Well, still found his hand. We're getting ahead of ourselves though.
That's sick. Alright.
When they got back to the library, they were told that they had to fix or kill the shadow child from the boiler room.
Right.
All the anomalies had to be corrected. They discovered that time made a pocket space to contain the anomalies, anything that had been touched by the dream journal, and they were just kind of going through executing everything that had been connected.
So they kind of made a deal with me, and I mind wiped her a little bit.
You're talking about Sabrina?
No,
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Which
The
one?
shadow girl was Charlotte.
Charlotte or... Sorry, I don't think I have her.
The one in the boiler room.
Okay.
That was a shadow.
Bone Sabrina turned to dust, along with the rest of the cheerleading squad.
Cannon
Right.
watched the cheerleading squad turn to dust.
I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I was in Mind Palace.
You were in Mind Palace, which is actually something Future did to stop you from stopping them from disintegrating the cheerleading squad.
Ah, man. Sucks.
Okay.
Cannon thought, they're here to kill them. It'd be 2 against 1.
Yeah.
Basically-
I'm
still
missing a
about-
hand and got no weapon.
Yeah. Probably a smart choice. Probably a smart choice.
When they returned to the Library of Souls, the interesting point here, they did find Cannon's hand in like a basket on the back of the door.
Okay.
And the library was empty. There were no more books on the shelves. Book and you were both gone.
Oh, also I can teleport now.
Yes,
Ooh.
Aurelia has learned how to teleport now, with varying degrees of success.
Oh, and we made a cranberry juice gun.
Yep.
Cranberry
Yeah.
juice gun.
I'm sure that'll come into
Is cranberry juice like a I don't know, time pellet or something?
It's just something Aurelia had a ton of.
We
And-
decided
Oh,
that we
yeah.
were gonna squirt the book and try to kill it.
Oh.
Oh, we had a vision! Right, we had a vision about who the book is.
Yes,
I forgot
there
her
is
name.
that, but we will keep that
That's a
until
secret.
after we
Okay.
get Alondra
Okie doke.
We also,
to speed.
Cannon had a vision about Aurealia's ancestors.
Oh yeah.
That did happen, yes. Aurelia is part fairy.
Yeah.
She has royal fae blood. One of her ancestors is Titania, the queen of fairies, which is why she's not a classic vampire.
Interesting. Okay.
Fairies aren't nice.
Fairies aren't nice.
No, they're not.
They just are.
I imagine
They
they're
exist. They do
mischievous.
things. They have motivations.
And Time also kind of told me, like, why are you pretending to be human?
Oh.
Yeah, Time is confused as to why this royal-blooded creature is pretending to be a human in a high school.
Huh.
They don't get it.
That does okay. Alright. Checks out.
Leandra, if we're ready to begin.
I am.
Yes.
Alejandra, as soon as you teleport the two away, like, you see them... It's like watching an old TV shut off. They just kind of compress until they're not there anymore.
It's pretty cool. I'm
And
into
as
that.
soon as that happens, every source of light in the library extinguishes, and you are left in darkness. And the book voice goes, I suppose we can do it this way, then. And when you open your eyes, you blink a few times, trying to get your bearings. It's instinctual, you can't really help it.
Right.
You start seeing lights again.
Ooh.
Ha!
You start seeing stars, and you think it might just be your eyes for a minute, and then you look up and see there's things just kind of floating in this space. There's like dishes and a table with like a full tea spread set out. And just random little balls of light that you realize are what you thought was the stars farther off. Just bobbing along, just floating through this space. And there's a chair set at the table. You are still holding the book. And the voice just kind of sighs again. I really thought coming here would alter this form. It's fine. I suppose if you won't let me kill them, we should talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kinda looking around, like, kinda have a captive audience.
This is the true form of the Library of Souls.
Can I ask, what is this stuff? Is this like watery or like...
Yes, there are physical things that kind of flip up into this room, and it looks like the surface of water breaking.
Oh, that's sick.
And things will occasionally blip up and then sink back down. You see like bits of shipwreck drifting past.
So dope.
And you get almost a sense of vertigo from just how big this space actually is.
This is the library?
Every soul that has ever been and will ever be will end up here.
And I point to one of the little balls as they're floating by. Is that...
A soul, yes. This is heaven and hell and purgatory and nirvana and everything everyone has ever assumed to be after death.
I notice there's only one chair.
Yes, a courtesy for you as you are still in a physical form.
Cool, I'll go sit in the chair.
You see, like, the tea spread in front of you is all sorts of dishes, but there's no tea or, like, any of the tea cakes with it. It's just like a kid set up a tea party.
So, this is a formality, I suppose? Are you gonna offer me anything to drink, or...?
The voice just kind of... It's tricky to bring things through here.
Well, the gesture was nice, I guess.
I did try.
Yeah.
Something's interfering.
So then what's the deal with this, I suppose?
You said you were willing to accept your role as the keeper of the Library of Souls.
Does that just mean I stay here forever?
This is your domain. I figured you should see it. Though it would have been more dramatic to bring your little friends with us. In their soul forms, at least.
Kind of seemed like you were gonna keep them here.
I am owed a little bit of fun in the eternity of toil, don't you think?
I just don't agree to fun coming at the expense of others, I suppose.
Give you a century. You'll start to understand.
And I just look around and bask in my emptiness.
I am not the first keeper of the library. Nor will you be the last keeper of the library. As annoying as humanity can be, it will go on for quite some time yet.
What happens to you?
I am freed of my bindings and get to drift in the heavenly body forevermore.
Here?
Yes.
And you want that?
I have been trapped in these pages for nearly 2 centuries. And I don't know if you can quite comprehend how uncomfortable it is to be a book.
You really saw in the job.
If you do your job properly, you won't have to be bound. I did not apply to this job in the usual way.
Who are you? Then, how'd you end up here?
Book kind of settles on the other end of the table and starts opening like a mouth again as she talks. There's ripples in the space around you, and you feel like waves of sadness and melancholy just all around. And the book says, "My name was Paige," ironically. Paige Turner. I'm bound to this book and this school. I was a student here when it first opened. I disliked my studies, so I ignored them and pursued things that were more interesting to me. The threads of magic that I could feel. I followed them, tugged on them, braided them into something that I wanted them to be, and I broke the rules of the universe. And the universe does not take kindly to having its rules broken. Your little friend Cannon, I'm sure, will suffer the effects of that soon enough. I was sent here as a punishment for transgression against death.
And 2 centuries, you said. Sorry, I'm trying to take notes on this and my computer's freezing up.
No problem.
I know I have the recording, but anyway.
Yes, 2 centuries I've been trapped in the bindings of this book. I have taken the form of the ink within it, and I have grown stronger with new ink added. But every soul that I take into the pages is trapped in here with me. Including the dog. And the book like flips over and barks. And then flips back.
I forgot about the dog getting stuck in.
We are all trapped within the book due to my selfishness. But if you willingly take the job, if you accept your role as guardian of the library, we can be freed.
What does that mean? What do you do? Where do you go? I mean, you said you roam around here, but is that you passing over? Is that...
Yes. We can visit this place, but we are never truly connected to it as souls should be. It's like standing in a desert, right next to an oasis, and there is a glass wall between us. We can see paradise, but we cannot touch it. We cannot reach our rest. Understandably, that makes a few souls cranky after a century or two.
And you all get to go. You're all just... This place becomes just a bridge again, not a waiting room anymore?
Yes.
And I stay here. Just till when? What what does that mean? What does that look like for me to be the guardian?
You become the gatekeeper. You decide which souls pass and which do not. You can send souls back to suffer on Earth as we have been suffering for centuries. If you feel them deserving of that. All souls find their way here eventually. It is an inevitability. But there has to be some semblance of order. Near-death experiences require someone on this side to turn the souls back. You would guide, you would guard, you would control this space however you like. You can even wander the material plane and gather the souls as you choose.
I'd get to go home.
In a sense. It would not be a happy homecoming. Accepting this would make you endless. And everything around you will wither and will pass. And it is your duty as the keeper to witness it all.
Sorry, I'm looking over my dark side. This might be playing right into my hand.
Your powers as death would be boundless. You would be the final judge of all things. The only price that we charge for this is something that you have already given away. You have no soul left to give. It's already here. And as the book says that, one of the little lights gets closer and it flares into a blue ball of fire. It's not threatening in any way, but it is warm and there's an ache in your chest.
Can I try and touch it?
Roll plus cool for me.
My soul!
See if you can reach it.
It's my baby! Nope, that's a 3.
You hold out your hand and it like bobs away. The book kind of tucks and goes, "It's already bound here, Alejandra."
What happens to it? What
It
happens?
floats.
Does it just permanently live here? You got to pass on. I won't get the chance to.
This is where the souls go. This is it. Souls bump into each other occasionally, and there's little flares of what their lives used to be. You can meet as many people as you like for the entirety of eternity. Bounce around, live every life again and again and again. Like reading a million good books. And sad books. Short books. They are lives and stories, every one of them. You are no longer bound by this plane, Alejandra, as your soul was already with me.
And I'm like watching the little soul as it's like hanging out in front of me, and it's like, and I just never get it back.
No. No, your soul is at rest. What does that make you, I wonder?
So do I.
And as you're talking, the edges of this space start to ripple again. And and start to buckle almost. And the book kind of opens to another page and goes, "What is that?" And these long, just uncomfortably shaped fingers pierce through and pull open this shuddering doorway in what looks like the middle of space. And you see the library, and you see this tall, bald figure with an open third eye.
Oh, God.
Peeling back this space and opening this, looking at reality from this side. Everything looked jagged and too bright and sharp and uncomfortable. But you see your cousin and Cannon like ducking under this thing's arms. And Aurelia and Cannon. Future is ripping open a hole in reality to this void of stars and things. And you see Alejandra sitting at a tea table with the book.
Let's run forward, I guess.
We're here to save you.
I literally just sent you guys away. What are you doing?
I am wearing a trash bag on a trash can on my back, like a backpack, and I'm holding a trumpet thingy with like a spray bottle.
Trombone. It was a trombone.
Trombone thing with like a spray thing on the front of it, and I'm just like aiming it at you and then at the book on the table.
Future's going to go, "Good luck," and close the doorway.
Oh, we just left you guys here?
Squirt bubble.
Yeah, he has a squirt bottle.
The book is going to float up off the table and like flip through pages and start growling at Cannon again.
Hold on. I really don't think you guys should be here. Although, are they in their physical form?
They are in their physical forms.
We have not died yet.
Is that, I kind of like look at the boy. I'm like, is this okay? Like, is this fine?
No, this is not how things are supposed to go. There are rules.
Okay,
Don't ask questions of the book. Jeez, get away from it.
No, it's like.
Yeah, no, there have been a bunch of rules broken recently.
Hold on, no, like y'all should. Let me explain.
Hey, hold it up. I need to aim.
Wait. We were talking. We were having a nice lack of tea set, but you know, this place is kind of like a crossing. So it's weird that you guys are here, and you're not. And I point to one of the souls.
What is that?
Natural gas.
I don't know. This one might have.
Swamp gas. It's not a UFO.
I kind of want to. Can I coax one of them over? I want to like the soul I'm pointing at. I kind of want to try and like signal it to come over.
Act under pressure for me. And
Let's see. Is that
Aurelia
a cool?
and
Is that
Cannon,
a?
You notice as you entered this space, there's like right around here. You're both kind of emitting a glow from inside.
That's new.
That's not good. I got a 5. Wait a minute, don't I?
Experience.
Oh, I get experiences, right? I rolled before too,
Yes,
right?
You get experience for every failure.
Oh, I leveled up.
New skill. What does this place feel like to me? Does it feel like people, or do they not feel like people?
They feel like people turned up to 11. You are getting feelings from everywhere, and it is like heavy and uncomfortable.
Oh,
It's
this
like-
place tastes bad. There's too many.
It's like
spices.
walking into a Bath and Body Works, but like the size of a Walmart.
Oh, guys, I don't know what skill I should take now. It's amazing.
If one of the glowing balls just kind of drifts towards my direction, I'm just gonna give it a little spritz.
Don't spray him!
Cranberry juice.
Yeah.
You do that, and there's like this static fizzle, and it like jitters a little bit and drifts the other way.
I'm gonna give myself a +1 cool. I think that'll
I
help.
don't think you should do that.
Why?
I don't know. They feel
What did-
like people.
So the one that I what? I mean, I know I failed, but what did it do when I coaxed it over?
It just kind of ignored you.
Okay, cool.
Scorned by the souls.
Kept bobbing along on its path, and you realize, like, the one you were trying to beckon is actually a lot farther away than you thought it was. That's a big soul.
Okay.
It's a whale.
Well, we'll leave him be, I guess. Well, anyway, they're kind of like they're souls. I don't know that one specifically. We're gonna call him Tim, I guess, but
Alright, Tim.
I don't.
Can you spray Tim with cranberry juice?
We're not gonna hurt them. They're
Spray Tim with cranberry juice again.
stop spraying
Too
this.
far away.
I'm still gonna make the effort and just do it.
Yeah. Roll cool for me.
We're gonna get our faces ripped off.
Yeah, by me. Stop spraying the souls.
Got an 8.
Okay, you aim down your arm and you, just very true sight to give a spritz, and it drifts for a while, and it hits Alejandra in the side of the face. It just... You've just sprayed Alejandra. With
I'm just making it.
You know what? Now I'm glad you're missing a hand. Did you end up? I mean, did you take care of Sabrina? How are they?
She's kind of not in the picture anymore. She's kind of dead. All kind of dead.
I'm going to look
Most of them are dead. Except for Charlotte.
Charlotte's fine. She has amnesia now.
I'm going to
technically in a
look
coma.
around. Are there? I don't know. Is there any way for me to kind of like? Maybe I'll ask the book even. Maybe I'll ask the book. I'm just gonna be like, are they here? Are they?
The book is going to switch demeanor again and look close to you and go, you know how to find them. Go ahead and roll plus weird for me. Mr. T, you are not going to climb out. Stop it.
Oh, that's gonna be
Fucking turtles.
great. This one's a 10.
A 10?
10.
Okay. The book says that, and you kind of look out over this sea of souls, and you hold out a beckoning hand again, and you go like this, and this cluster of souls comes towards you. And as they get closer, you can, see the vague outlines of people around them. And it's the cheer squad. Everyone but Charlotte.
Can I feel that it's them?
It's hard for you to decipher in this room full of every soul that has ever been.
Yeah. Figures.
No,
But Alejandra can tell without a doubt that that is them.
I'm going to sadly look
Does
up.
she see their last moments?
Well, yeah. What do I'm gonna try and touch one of the souls. I'm gonna see what happens when I make contact with it.
Roll another weird for me.
Oh my god, not good. 5.
Mark another experience.
I know, I'm gonna level up so fast. I'm already at 2 on the next level.
You reach out for Sabrina, and Sabrina reaches out for you, and the energy is sucked towards you a little bit, and then she pulls back afraid. So you don't get a reading.
What happened to him?
They were disintegrated by time.
By what?
By time. You saw that man with the eyeball that let us in here a little bit?
If you call that a man.
Androgynous person of...
Time should keep their nose in their own business.
I mean, it's kind of Time's business now because you've kind of been messing up the world.
I'm fixing things.
Right. Sure, Page Turner.
How'd you know
The book
that?
is going to bite you.
Well,
Are you gonna attack it back?
It's gonna do 2 harm to you. It's gonna like
Huh.
it doesn't move. You see it beside Alejandra, and then suddenly it is latched onto your shoulder with origami teeth, but they are sharp as hell. And, like, she's biting into your shoulder, and the blood is being sucked into the pages.
can I smack it off and then spray it with juice?
Ooh. Roll plus tough to see if you can get it off your shoulder, and then a plus cool to see if you can get it with the juice.
Cool, I'm not good at either of those. Wait, what was the first one? Plus tough?
Yeah.
5.
So, mark an experience.
Level up!
And you miss and hit your own shoulder.
Ow!
So, no, it does not come off of.
Cray.
Can I spray it?
Hold on, let's stop spraying things.
Cannon, spray it in the face!
Cannon, make a roll plus cool, and Alejandra, make a roll plus tough to try and stop him.
Alright. I'm not good at being tough, guys.
Plus cool?
Oh, but that was a great roll! Oh, it's a 10!
Got an 8.
Okay, Alejandra, you just kind of reach over and smack the spray bottle out of Cannon's hand.
Look, let's...
Is it floating away?
Yeah, it's just drifting now. It's gone. Cannon, you have been disarmed.
I was dehanded, now I'm disarmed.
Yep.
This is like his character in a nutshell. I hold on. There's no reason to spray the book. Book, you need to chill out too.
It's literally sinking its fangs into my shoulder.
I realize you offended it. Let's...
Do you bite people when they offend you? No.
We used to!
The dog voice growls and bites harder.
Ow!
Look. Can you... If I were to accept, and then I, like, motion to the souls, they get to go back. Did I mute myself?
Now,
No.
who are you saying was stupid?
The book. The book. I'm talking about the cheer squad.
Cheer squad?
Yeah.
The book lets go of Arlia, and like there's another little voice that goes "Nee," and the ribbon like sticks out at you. And then the book flips again and the demeanor changes. And Paige goes, "If there were bodies to return them to, I would. But time has decided to meddle, and there is nothing I can do, as I am the end of time."
Maybe there's a compromise we can reach.
That
I'm pretty sure
requires
they're gonna be
time.
staying here.
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure those souls may be staying here.
Why?
That would require time, being willing to negotiate. And she just kind of like says it to space. But time is stingy.
Wow, they're really passive aggressive with each other, aren't they?
Yeah, were they married?
Death and
Am I
time
their
have always
child?
death and time have always been connected.
I'm
Let's...
wondering how canon now fits into this, being probability.
Let's try and figure something out, and then we'll do whatever we can for both of you to make this right.
Well, I sense that time has decided to put constraints on our little business talk. So I'm afraid we're running on a bit of a limit.
What constraints?
Ask your friends.
Hi, time bubble.
Yeah.
What do you say?
There's a time bubble, and it will kind of delete everything, including us, unless we, destroy the book, I think.
What's a time bubble?
Not necessarily destroy the book, fix the problem.
Right, maybe
Pretty sure that's what it was.
problem.
Okay, so let's fix the problem. I don't know what's the problem here. What do we need fixing?
The same thing that I've been trying to do. The problem is that the gatekeeper has been bound to the mortal plane by Foxglove's family. I'm
Not
stuck
my
in a
fault.
book. I can't.
My family's fault, not mine.
Oh, shut up.
You have your fair share of blame here, buddy.
I do have my fair share of blame, but I did not bind Death Incarnate to a book.
Fair enough.
That was my fault.
Your family did, and I have been stuck and unable to do my duty, and all of the souls have been stopping here. You want to know why there's a ghost problem on your plane? It's because I can't fit any more souls in this plane than are already here without leakages.
So how do we get you out of the book?
I'll lay out
that's-
my place as gatekeeper.
I
Yeah.
have so much cranberry juice right here, though.
No, that's not the...
Would you melt out of the book?
It's not. There's not any use for that here.
I've never tried, but if you try it, I will make you bleed again, little girl.
You should probably just
Ooh,
forget
that
about the
was
cranberry juice.
patronizing, but alright. I don't think
Alejandra.
you're Alejandra.
Alejandra takes my place as gatekeeper of souls, and me and the other trapped chapters get to move on.
So you want her to be the Grim Reaper for you?
She's already halfway there. Her soul is drifting among the others.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, where
Can I
you're...
look around for it?
You do notice that Alejandra is not glowing like you two are.
Hmm.
It's very dark in here.
Roll plus sharp for me.
That is an 11.
You notice the soul, closest to Alejandra is starting to... Your vision gets a little fuzzy, and it starts to lit a little, little flares of fire coming off of this soul, making a person outline. You get the sense that that one is her soul.
It's probably pissed off at me.
There is, a red halo around it now, at your presence.
Was the soul taken by the book because of what Canon did, or was it because of what I did?
It's funny that you have to ask that question.
Yeah, you know what? Investigate a mystery for me.
Okay.
Ain't it
We'll see
something
how
that
many
both of
questions you
you
get to ask.
both of you guys have something?
Yeah.
Nope, 4.
Market experience. You don't get to ask any questions. As soon as you open your mouth, the book barks at you again.
I get to level up, though, that's great.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 3 last time, and now 2
Oh,
this time.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so OP. Or our characters are gonna get retired real quick. One of those two.
Experience.
What did...
I will give you some time to discuss and say your goodbyes. But the sooner we do this, the less likely it is that you will be, how did they put it, deleted.
Do you think we could get... Do you think we could get time here?
I've never tried.
Seems easier to have a multiple party conversation. I mean, we'll be your marriage counselors if we need to, but...
Can I call up for time to get here?
Roll weird.
That is a 5. Damn.
How do you try to call for time?
Literally yelling out.
Yeah, nothing
Into the
happens.
void.
You just hear time, hear time. Oh, time has arrived. Yeah, no. A soul kind of drifts over to you and like bobs around your head for a minute and then drifts away. That's all that happens.
That one
Pretty
was
sure that
red.
was in time.
Any other ideas?
Trying to use the tattoo on my hand. See if I can make some magic happen with it.
Oh, that's new.
Roll another weird for me.
Is there, I can't remember. Is there a way I can assist or anything like that in this game?
What's that?
I can't remember. Is there like a way I assist in this game? Like I can't remember if that's one of the moves.
Let me see.
I think I have.
You're the spooky, right?
Yeah. Like, it's not one of my specialties, but is it like a basic move? I don't remember if that's a thing.
Do you have Jinx?
I do have Jinx.
You can actually use Jinx, and on a success, you can assist. You can give a +1 to another
Oh,
player.
look at that! Perfect. Perfect, let's do that. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Does it actually take away from me now?
No, the
what did
keeper
you
gets
roll
2
for that?
holds on me. I got a 3.
Okay.
No, wait. I got a 5.
You got a 5. Okay.
Mark experience.
A little better.
A little better. Mark experience. I won't be as cruel to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I have nothing helpful.
You also have time tattoos.
I know, I'm just saying.
And you actually have +2 weird.
It's true. Can I try too?
What did Cannon get?
4.
Wow, we're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing amazing. Roll another experience for me. And as you start, like, you think of every piece of media you've ever consumed and you try to channel energy into the mark in your palm. And as you do that, Alejandra, your soul kind of, you feel the rage flare and that soft blue fire turns just red. And
Oh.
your soul lunges at Cannon and starts clawing at his chest. Cannon, roll +tough for me.
I mean, it's kind of justified.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
anytime Kenan gets hurt by me, I'm like, oh.
That is a 9.
The 9? Okay.
Yes.
Kenan pulls out his judo moves
The
and
soul
flips
got
them.
an 11.
Oh.
You feel fingers go into your chest
Wow.
and wrap around that glowing light and try to pull.
Okay, hey, stop.
It's your soul. You're mad at me. It makes sense.
This soul is trying to rip Cannon's soul out.
I'm gonna go try and grab my soul, which is also a chance for me to try and touch it again. So,
This is a very weird situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad that I don't know really how to work the music, because there should be, like, fight music happening right now.
yeah. So, I will try and... I'm gonna try and restrain my soul, so I guess I'm protecting somebody, I guess, is my move.
Okay.
So, that's -1. Which is a 6. So, I mean, it's a success, right? Isn't that...
That is a success.
Wait, no, never mind. It says whenever you roll a 6 or less.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. That is a failure.
Dang it.
So, you reach for your soul, and your hands go straight through it, and it feels like your hands fell asleep.
Oh.
It's super uncomfortable, and you can't get, like, a grip on it.
I just want to
Your
feel
hands
my
just keep
soul
going
again,
straight
guys.
through it.
Like, that's my main goal. I want to know what it's like to touch my soul, and I can't do it.
Oh.
I don't even care about Ken, I just want to touch my soul.
Can I, like, try to keep my soul in somehow? Like, see if I can feel my own soul?
I don't know how to help with this, guys. I'm just good at manipulating people.
I just want to get time here, guys. I just want to have a conversation, but no, now we're fighting off my soul.
Your soul.
Oh, we're leaving.
Yeah. If you guys want to burn a lucky,
How many of those do we get? Let's see.
You get 7?
I don't know, but I'm already down one, so that's the least you could do.
This is true.
I will do it. I want to help.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption. What are you trying to do, Cannon?
Trying to see if I can stop it from ripping my soul out. Like, press my soul back in or something.
Roll plus weird.
You got this.
That's a wow.
Nice.
An 11.
Nice.
What number was that? I'm sorry, Ariel is listing shoe sizes.
11.
It was an 11? You reach over and the brand on your hand flares a little bit, and you just kind of bat the fingers of the soul off of yours and shove that back in your chest and go, no!
No. No. I need that for now.
You stop that.
You're talking to a bad dog.
That's mine.
Can I try to use the hourglass things on my hands to summon time so we can chat?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll weird.
Okay.
See if you pull this
You
off.
got this.
11.
Yes.
I'm pretty weird, guys. I'm pretty weird.
Yeah, no, you got a plus like 3 to
Yeah.
weird.
You
I
go
got a
like
0.
this. You go, okay.
Okay.
And you put one hand over your ear and like an old style rotary phone. You're like, hello?
Hello? Hi. Hey, I'm, whichever one of you is listening. We kind of need you to come chat with Death so we can negotiate some resolution, just teamwork. We're in the floaty space place. There's, like, souls everywhere, I guess. Yeah, if you could just come, when you're ready. Or maybe right now. Right now is better.
Manipulate someone for me. Roll plus charm and see if you get that.
You can do it.
The plus weird was to get in contact. Now you gotta convince them to come talk.
But now I have unnatural appeal, so I get to roll plus weird.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Nice.
You hear the three voices go, we're on our way, and Future kind of chuckles.
Yes!
Future is amused by all of this. And there's another shimmer in the middle of this space. And the book goes, maybe I don't want to let them in.
Just do it.
I'm negotiating a resolution.
This is your chance. Don't blow it.
Fine, fine. And then a much nicer doorway opens this time. It's not all jagged and like forced. It's just a square into not quite reality. You see a lot of sand, but it looks like galaxies.
Ooh.
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
stripped some of that stuff.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Future comes through and goes, yeah, you stabbed me for it. I'll remember that.
I did not stab you. You pressed your neck against my knife.
You had a knife against my neck. How are you, probability? How are things going?
Ah.
Probability.
Honestly. We're learning, but it's been going poorly.
We're learning, he says.
We're learning.
Good to see you again, Paige. How's the book? And the book flips and the dog starts barking at them.
Oh, you probably shouldn't mock her. She'll bite you with her dog.
I'm being completely sincere.
No, I wasn't.
And
Okay.
Present comes up and like smacks his arm.
We have some questions for you guys.
This is my cousin.
They turn their attention to you, Alejandra, and they're back in sync with each other, and it is uncomfortable. It's like looking at reflections standing side by side.
Oh, well, this
You
is
can't
scary.
differentiate them.
I'm gonna name them off. That's future, that's present, that's past.
You guys should get name tags.
How did you meet these guys?
They tried to kill us.
They came to disintegrate the cheerleading squad.
Right, I remember that part, but the fact that
And the rest of it. Including you, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
Come to a deal to fix the problem.
Let's... So, why are you here? And I'm pointing at the three of them. What's the...
Wait,
this anomaly time bubble thing?
the time bubble we created to clean up the anomaly. We've done it in the past. And in the present, and we'll definitely be doing it in the future.
Oh.
It's our way of containing anomalies before they can get farther out of hand. The anomaly in question is the Foxglove Journal. You've been calling it the Dream Journal. And more recently, Page. Finding something that can alter the forces of time to the material plane goes against procedure.
Right.
There are channels and checklists and an alarming amount of paperwork to be a deity. We are trying to clean up, as it were. And Paige kind of floats around behind you, Alejandra, and says, by destroying me and erasing me from history.
Oh,
Right.
you didn't tell us about that part.
Well, we have to get rid of her. If the anomaly never existed, we can undo all of this.
That's the part I feel like we need to touch on a little bit more. When you say undo all of this, what does that entail? What happens?
We can reset the world to the time before the anomaly took place and undo the damage. There will be different damage. There always is. You humans love damaging things.
Almost like it cost a lot of lives again.
So then what does that mean?
Oh, it will cost lives. We either... Well, there's a new problem arising now, which is probability. And Present will come over and put their hand on Cannon's shoulders. Probability has altered things. By taking in the sands of time...
I am not surprised in any shape or form.
by taking in the sands of time, Mr. Foxglove has allied himself to us as entities, and has thus become part of the timeline.
So then you can't get rid of him.
You can't erase him then.
No matter what we do, probability will still exist and still cause ripples.
And if you can't erase Cannon, you can't erase what he did to me.
No.
And if you
That
can't...
has become a rather annoyingly fixed point in time.
If you can't erase what he did to me, then...
What we can do is erase Paige and her ties to the mortal plane. We can erase that Paige Turner ever existed. You will unfortunately still be soulless in the end, and still be bound to some evil tome or another, as we have not located all of them yet. But the Library of Souls will remain, pretty much like this. Just like a big bag of marbles. Yes. Royal Blood, what can we do for you?
Royal Blood? What am I was gone for like 10 minutes!
Future's just like, yes, princess.
That's a little weird. So it turns out I'm a fairy or something. Anyway, I had a question. Do you know if there's any way to get that back into her? And I'm gonna point at her soul and then point at her.
Oh, that's interesting. The three of them are going to move in tandem to look at it, look back at Alejandra, and then they're going to like huddle close and whisper to each other, and Past is going to go, Did you already make this deal?
I think it might have been me. I'm not sure.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Future's going to, like, get really close to your soul, Alejandra, and, like, tip around it, and the two eyes that are closed are going to crack open, and they're just empty.
Gross.
They are just a void.
I don't like them.
Does anyone else see these eyes? Or the lack of eyes?
Like
all
all of us.
of you do.
Yeah.
We're just all behind her and just like, that's unusual.
He's going to, like, poke at your soul and go, How long ago did you try to eat your cousin here, Royal Blood?
That was an accident. Like 6-7 months, I think. Could we just put it in our mouth, maybe, and then, like, she swallows it?
We've never encountered anything like this before. This is strange.
Oh, that's bad.
You see, look here, and he's going to grab Cannon and, like, pull his soul out a little ways.
I just put that back in. I literally just stopped someone else from trying to do that.
Can we maybe not be pulling souls
Holding it
out?
a little bit away from his chest, and Present is going to come up and point and be like, you see this thread here? This is the timeline. This is what connects souls to time.
Oh,
This is our job.
Is mine different now?
Yes, yours is unbreakable now, and he's going to, like, tug on it, and it's going to make, like, a bungee cord noise. Just
I didn't even worry at all. That's great. Exciting.
Just sitting there making that noise for a minute.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah, like, Paige comes over and, like, smacks herself against the back of his head and shoves your soul back in.
Tries biting on the soul string or something.
No, just shoves it back and you're like, stop playing with that. And there's, like, a cluster of souls, like, gathering closer, like a nebula at the, like, removal of Cannon's soul. They're, like, trying to check it out.
Why are they doing that?
They're just rubbernecking.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, what's going on over here? This is new. Yeah, they're very much like fish and shiny things. They're just, like, swarming closer.
But Alejandra doesn't have one of those anymore? A line?
Alejandra doesn't have a line connecting her soul to her at all. I can't find a timeline, excuse me, if I may, and, like, reaches through your chest.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh.
Just like, no, it's empty in here. There's no timeline in here.
I'm gonna try and hit him.
Roll plus tough for me.
10. The one time.
You just haul off and slap Time in the face. And Present goes, okay.
I'm sure you could have done that without touching me.
You'd be surprised the things I have to touch.
Oh, okay.
So are you saying I ate her timeline?
Yes.
Oh.
Can I... Do you think I could barf it back up or something? Like a bad taco?
What does it mean that I have no timeline? What is that?
I have you, but it may potentially kill you.
Oh.
Okay.
I
So,
could try rewinding you to before you ate her timeline, or just after you ate her timeline, and then Present can pull it out of you and we can reattach it.
Her soul is right over there.
Yes.
wait,
But
so
we don't have the line.
if we rewind back to when she ate my timeline, what does that say about the fixed point in time? What happens then?
I don't know. That's what might potentially kill all of you.
Oh, that's not really an option.
I've been trying to look back at that particular branch, and all I'm getting is static.
The branch where I ate her line, or the branch where she became bound to the book?
Those happen pretty simultaneously. Not at the exact same time, obviously, but
Within a short amount of time of each other.
They were pretty close together, and it was in fact the act of you severing her timeline that bound her to the book.
Oh, sorry.
It gave Miss Page here the foothold she required to get.
I have the best luck.
Dude, this is a really fascinating set of circumstances. Present, can we not?
Mr. Future Man,
Yes.
do I have a soul?
Oh, you have like 7 in here.
Oh.
No, me.
Can I check?
Sure. I mean,
All right.
Consent first.
In my hand, and he's going to like rummage around, and then he's going to go, okay, this is delightful, listen to this, and he's going to like grab you by the shoulders and shake you, and it sounds like a bag of marbles.
Okay, I don't
So
understand the delight.
maybe you stop drinking people.
I can't?
You personally have several souls.
Do they get?
But
Do
I never did anything to anyone like I did to her.
No, they're you. They're all you.
Oh.
Huh?
See, this is the fairy soul, and he's going to like pluck in and like pulling boba out of this girl. It's just this one's the fairy soul. This one is your vampiric soul, the one that allows you to draw in soul energy. This one here, there's like a little bit of human in you, so you've got this cute little blue one.
It's like a stick figure.
Yeah, he's like, he's just having fun. He's just like, look.
So excited.
And they're all connected by timelines. You have different timelines for each one. So like this one's got like the short timeline, which means your humanity will die before the rest of you.
Oh, that's unpleasant. I don't like that.
It's real metaphorical.
Here, we'll put this back.
Okay.
Future is having a great time.
Alright, then in that case, since I have all these extras, I really didn't like that noise, but, since I have all these extras, why can't I just give her one of my lines? You know, just do a little surgery, and you stick them on.
Oh no, there's a whole, well, you see there's a tapestry, and it requires specific lines. And it's a little bit ruined because you ate that one line, but you know, I can make another one later.
Can I try making that line for Aleandra's soul?
Present starts going, how would you make a... Oh, right.
No idea, but I'm willing to try.
Just like, Future goes, ooh, can I help?
He's so excitable.
Before this, I think there's a few.
You want to live forever, right?
There's a couple things I want to sort out first, and I motion to the cheer squad.
They drift closer again, like, curiously.
What's it gonna take to get these guys home? And
Past goes.
And I point to the book and her. Them.
Well, she's already, like, we can't fix what done been fucked there.
No, but I've heard that they can move on if I...
Yes, they said they can pass on because this is the gateway?
Yeah.
Yes and no. We can't see them. They are no longer bound by our timeline.
So they will pass on just somewhere we don't really know.
If you can unbind them from this strange binding they've been attached to,
Are we talking about the cheer squad or are we talking about the book?
I was talking about the book.
Okay, we're talking about the book.
We cannot... Look, there's a reason we had to send you two in to find it.
Right, they can't see it because they're not connected to this place at all.
You put your mic up so I barely heard that.
Right.
Oh, sorry. This is out of time. They can't see anything here.
Oh.
They can see some stuff here, but...
Okay,
They
well...
can see...
Not the souls.
As in,
They can see...
do I need to describe it to them?
Aleandra... They can see the physical bodies in here.
Okay.
This place is dark to them.
Okay,
Yet they were toying with my soul.
well...
It's connected to the
Because it's
timeline.
connected by a timeline, and you're part of them now.
Right.
Well, the cheer squad that you dissolved.
Yes, those poor young girls.
What do we have to do to get you to undo that?
To undo that, they would have had to not have the time anomaly anymore, which is the fixed point in time thanks to canon.
But
The book never existed, though. Canon would never have been able to use it to experiment with her.
It would have come about either way. That point is what has been fixed in this.
the book has to exist. 'Cause that's the only way
The
canon would
book
have been
has
able
to
to.
exist. Yes,
What-
exactly. You're a very bright young lady.
The Dream Journal, though, the Dream Journal didn't have to exist.
Yes, it does. That's the book that Canon and I found. And because Canon's now a fixed point in time, we can't go back and undo that finding.
Then that one, and I point up Page Turner book, that one didn't have to exist.
I thought that was the book.
I thought they were different.
They are different. The Dream Journal is the one that canon bound. This is a, how do I put it? The Dream Journal is the one that Canon's father bound. The Book of Death is the one that Paige Turner bound.
Oh, interesting.
Because she was toying with magic as
Okay.
well. So there's two books, but Time didn't know there were two because Time can't see them.
I thought there was one book.
Then
No,
I'll,
there's two.
I thought they combined into one book.
The ink did.
Okay.
then I'll point up the,
Oh yeah, they did it in the library, huh?
and I'll say, well, she never had to exist. So can't we just remove her, and then all you'll have found was a creepy book?
That sounds not amazing.
Look, things got fucked up here. The solutions are probably not going to be
You
amazing.
fucked it up. Don't say it
I am
like
one of the
abstract
several
concept.
He's like passively. He's using the passive voice.
If Future's going to look at you and be like,
And I was gesturing with my stump there because I keep forgetting I kind of don't have a hand.
What
It's
if
fine.
all of the souls that Paige and Sabrina and, everything that went into the Dream Journal that created the souls that now exist in it, what I want them to be able to move on too,
Well, Dream Journal says, or Journal Book of Death says that'll happen if you become gatekeeper for this place.
But what happens
Too
to
nice. You can't become the Grim Reaper.
I just want what happens to our friends if I do that? Are they now irreparable?
your friends being the cheerleading squad.
Right.
Well, they need bodies to get back to, so I don't.
Yeah, but that seems like the easy fix. Like that seems like a
Yeah, rewind time for that.
nothing's fixed at that point, right? Like we haven't done anything to, get their bodies back.
Mm. Past and Page kind of at the same time, which is really unsettling for everyone who's not connected to these things. They kind of say, they have already passed on.
Can we look at them and just see their spirits are gone then?
No, their spirits are here. This is the afterlife.
So what you're saying is you can't undo death.
Time shakes their heads in unison and just, that is the end of our domain.
What about you then? And I'll point to Page Turner.
Page, if a book could shrug. Page is like, oh, I've never had the desire to try. I mean, every time someone comes in here looking for a soul, they just kind of scream at me about how evil I am for doing my job.
Yeah, that makes
it's
sense.
not evil, but don't you want to know if you can? And I will try to manipulate her.
Okay, roll for it.
Death.
Okay. 7.
It's a hit, isn't it? It's mixed.
They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
She starts like flitting away and goes, "But that's just impossible. It's the end of all things. It comes for all of us no matter what we do. Look at me, I've tried. Although I've never tried putting something back the way it came in."
And it's not
And,
to
like,
say that it's not the end for them.
there's-
Maybe just like, they took a wrong step. You told me that before.
There's a flicker, and you see, kind of like with the souls that you've seen around Alejandra, you start to see a form around the book. And it's a young woman in a very long tweed skirt and high-collared button shirt. Her hair's loose around her, but it doesn't look like it was supposed to be, and she's sitting there going, "It's a curious thought. It's one that I hadn't considered."
Wow, you really do look older. I mean, like, from, not like,
Who are you talking to?
that's Paige.
That's a book.
Do I?
Do I see it? Or
No.
is she the only one who
Is
sees
it me?
it?
Aleandra's the only one who sees it.
Oh yeah. There's a person standing there, but
Oh. Well,
yeah, she's kind of like a what's that called at a school in the first class, the ancestor class or something like that.
I don't know.
Alumni?
Kind of. There's a term for it. Like if you're like
There's a
the
term for the very first class.
is it freshman class, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, something.
Sophomore.
No.
No.
You just made words.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is Paige. I mean, I can't show her to you, but she's standing right here. Anyway, I think you were telling me before that, sometimes you have a near-death experience. But they don't have to, maybe they just took a misstep. Maybe they shouldn't have been here.
I might be able to work with it if there was still a body to work with.
And that's
The others can be rewound, yes, but Sabrina... The girl was turned into a bone monster.
By who?
by the book.
By her own actions. Is by who?
But someone had to do it to her. It's not just a law of reality, right?
Did someone do this to you?
Do
Just
what?
drink to the 5 or 6 souls inside you.
I mean, I don't think so.
Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes things just are, or just do. The physical world is crazy.
No debate on that. It is
It's
very
full of
crazy.
accidents, and this guy... I realize now that you cannot see me gesturing. So she's going to go over and hover over Ken, and she's like, this one, him,
She's
here.
hovering on
And
Cannon.
Alejandra, the movements of the book get way funnier to you when you can see the soul, like, holding it up and shaking it.
Oh, this was unexpected. I thought this was a lot more magical, to be honest.
No, she's literally just haunting a book.
Oh,
This is.
a ghost. What about him?
The ghost of a bookworm.
He is the reason all of this has happened. He's the problem here.
I mean, she still has the body. The giant bone monster thing is a body. Could we not just revert that body back to a human body?
Could we do that time?
Time's like, I don't know. That's up to material, and we don't talk to material.
Oh.
Why were you so against relationships? Who hurt you?
What is wrong with you gods, man? Don't you know friendship is magic?
Listen, our parent was chaos. Did you really expect a stable upbringing in that?
Fair enough, fair enough.
I guess not.
But
Amazing it's as stable as it is now.
All right, listen, Mrs. Turner, Miss Turner, I don't know.
She never got married. She was a kid.
She was like 17 when she bound herself from time.
Cool. That's the way to go.
I don't want to get old and die. Fuck that. And then
She's like, oh, she's kind of like a nun.
Yeah, that makes sense. Miss Turner, so what he did is unleash a book on her. Right?
Yes.
And bound her to it. And then you snatched her soul into the other.
No, that one was your fault, I think.
I did no such thing. Her soul came here after what you did.
You know, let's not go playing the blame game here, guys.
People are smoothies.
Listen, I didn't know that would happen. He didn't know that would happen.
None of us knew this would happen. I didn't think in a million years that I would get someone who is so well suited to take the place of gatekeeper and let me go.
Well, you can't have her.
I think that's kind
Gross.
of up to her to decide.
I will aim the cranberry juice cannon out of the book.
Roll plus tough.
Five.
Mark experience.
Yeah, you're right.
If I get more cranberry juice in my face.
No. She goes to squirt the cranberry juice with the trombone thing, and like the hose valve just comes off the back of it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Shoddy construction. It just flings backwards, and juice goes spraying the other way. Your trash can full of juice is leaking now.
And made it with one hand. I'm surprised it stayed this long.
I will shrug it off up to the ground. Or the space.
Just the ether, you just shrug it away and it just goes floating.
I don't...
Annoying.
She doesn't need to stay.
Are we worried about trash getting in here?
I would, I mean, I don't know. I'm pointing over at the shipwreck, like, it's kind of like...
It's not a nature preserve, it's a weird place.
I'm sure
Paige,
eventually things will come up, like a
Paige
building.
knows that you were going to attack her, and Arlia, she's going to swing the book at you like a... just full on, just crunch
I figured.
against the side of your head.
I figured.
She's gonna do another 2 damage to you.
Great.
Okay, guys, can we just stop fighting? we're almost at it. We're almost at a resolve here.
I tried it your way. I tried to be nice to them. I let them live no matter where you put them. But I think the only way we're going to get anything done around here is if I sever all of her timelines.
Nope, we are gonna...
I'm unstable now.
Unstable? Look.
So, Aurelia, you get...
Uh,
How many harm do you have left before you're...
Or I have 3
Okay.
until I'm dying.
I stand by it. You guys are a little emotional, a little charged up. And I can say this, seeing as how I have no soul. But maybe we need to take our emotions out of this a little bit. Let's go back to just trying to figure out what we can do for everybody.
Future's going to chime in right then and be like, I should mention the time bubble is getting smaller and it is almost at the bound of the library now.
Okay, then let's...
Which, once we've finished deleting it, we did actually set the physical school on fire.
Oh, what? Why? That seems unnecessary.
What about that?
You didn't tell us that!
I
No,
did
she told
tell
us
you.
that,
There was no reason to do that.
and I saw that.
That was...
Yeah,
That's
we saw
right,
it.
you did flip out of the time bubble briefly. The school is currently on fire, and that's how we were going to help you people get around to having to explain where an entire cheerleading squad went.
That's not okay.
Yeah, it's...
We'll need to have a conversation about proper etiquette with, like, you know, if you're fixing a mess, you don't, you know, set things on fire while you're doing it, but anyway.
What do we care for etiquette? We're time
That's fair enough, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like the timeline was about to be erased, so it seems like that was just like causing damage for the fun of it, you know, like.
We're not going to erase the timeline. We just wanted to delete the anomalies and go back to business as usual. I will say, though, that once the time bubble finishes with the magical secret library under the school, you will have no way back to the physical plane.
So
Canon will, because we can take him through the sands of time to get there, because he's probability. But Aurelia and Alejandro will be stuck here forever.
What is this, then?
Hmm?
What's this thing you put on my hand?
Oh, that's like a stamp. we put that there because Canon asked us to.
Ah. Man, you gave me a Lagoon pass.
That's exactly what
it's not even a season pass.
Man.
No, we give you a Friday pass.
The nightclub entrance stamp.
Speaking of which, does my other hand have that?
No.
Okay. Is that a fixed point in time where I just have no hand there? No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
God damn it.
So if that's a fixed point in time, then us entering the library...
You don't need this anymore, and I'll pull out his hand.
Oh, what do you have?
Ah!
Time.
Rose!
Time is like,
Everyone's slightly horrified.
Future's gonna get close to Canon and go, but the missing hand part is kind of part of our symbolism now. Your probability, you're only half the hourglass.
So it's an aesthetic choice you can't fix?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, if Canon's hand missing is a fixed point in time, too, that means everything that it took to get down to the basement...
that's partly because I became probability.
Yes, that, you snorting the sands of time kind of made a lot of things a little screwy. That being said, we've never tested the powers of probability.
Yeah.
There is a chance that the book may still exist. Let me think. Past is going to be like, well, the book still has to exist because that did happen. That is a fixed point in time. We could potentially change what was in the book. Like, could we change what's in the... Could we put Alejandro's soul in another book?
A book inside a book?
No, just bind her to a book full of herself.
A book of
Put her
myself.
in a Twilight novel.
You will still be spooky.
I want these people to be free.
God, why do you gotta be so goddamn selfless?
I lost my soul a while ago. It doesn't mean they need to lose theirs.
Is it true?
She's so annoying.
As the gatekeeper, would she be able to come back with us?
Alejandro?
Yes.
Yes, Alejandro, as Paige was telling her, if she accepts the proper role of gatekeeper, then she would be able to travel the world freely. She just won't ever age.
Do you want to be 17 forever?
It is a blessing and a curse, as she will see the end of time itself.
Well, it seems like we've already gotten pretty familiar, so I don't know.
At this point, it seems like accepting it probably be the best thing.
And then I turn to Paige and I'm like, I get to decide if they get to go, right? And I point to the cheer squad. I can stop them from passing.
If you take over the powers, it's up to you what you do.
Deal.
All right. And the book is going to open, and there will be like a pen that apparates out of nowhere.
I go and I'll grab the pen. I'll take one last look at my burning soul. And I'll be like, I'll just kind of under my breath, I'll say like...
Before that happens, can I try to see if there's a timeline or some type of string or something I can make with that?
Roll weird for me, while Alondra's staring at her own soul. Alondra, you're having like a very much light flashing before your eyes moment.
Can I use a luck instead?
You are allowed to use a luck, yes.
Okay.
Automatically make a 12.
And that's just a 12.
So
Because I got a 0.
what are you looking for?
Try to connect her soul back to the timeline, make it all... Not quite sure what's...
So you want to alter the current reality to still have Alondra have a soul.
That's one of the problems she was having, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would help her, right?
Let me think about this. I didn't really structure it so that you guys could win, but you went and snorted the sands of time, so fuck it, let's figure this out. That was supposed to kill you, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know.
There is a way. You see. Kenan, your eyes go galaxy for a minute, and, like, everyone kind of stops and looks at you, and time goes, ooh.
Do they all go do that, or is it just future?
Future. Future is
The
very
others-
excited.
Present
Past
is
is
kind
like... The person's just like, I hate this kid.
Present can't keep up with what's going on.
You're that blowing up galaxy meme?
Yeah, you're having like the craziest trip of your life. And Aurelia, the marks on your hands start to glow along with Canon's.
Oh man, my season pass.
And Future's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And a thread starts to form between the two marks on your hands, Aurelia. And it's like sand starts pouring out of one and into the other, and you're like, oh, ew.
Oh, my friends are my power!
And then the stream kind of stops and goes through the other mark on your hand and comes out in Canon's hand. And one end lashes itself to Alondra's soul, while Alondra's like looking back fondly one last time at her soul, and then there's a jolt of lightning, and you feel something back in your chest again, and you feel warmth the first time in a long time.
Oh.
And your soul sinks back into your body. Like, it pulls closer with the string and, like, holds out its arms for a hug, and just sinks back into you where it's supposed to be. And Paige goes, no, 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 no! And, like, starts slamming the book on the table. But, Canon, your vision isn't done yet. You see a way to extract the souls from the book by destroying the binding.
Just the binding.
The binding. Specifically, the thread that binds the book together. The thing taking the place of the timeline of these souls.
Oh.
I can fix more of this? Or am I still, like, glazed over?
You snapped back in as soon as you see, like, the imagery of ripping the string out of the book.
Okay. That was... an experience? Is it like that for you guys all the time?
Time goes, yes.
Alright. Are you still gonna sign that book?
Don't sign the book.
She can't now.
You can't?
I can't?
Alondra, you can't see Paige anymore. You just see the book moving around.
Oh. Was that good? Is that bad? What happens?
I meant for you to still be the gatekeeper. Maybe I should have done that just after this.
No, wait.
After you signed.
We can...
The gatekeeper can't have a soul.
We put your soul back.
What if... Wait, hold on. Because we still need to save our friends. So,
Are you going to do what you saw with the binding cannon?
what do we do?
Can get their souls out.
What about, and can I still see our, like, cheer squad friends?
You can't distinguish them anymore, but there still is a clump around you guys.
Okay. Them, I gotta stop them from going anywhere.
Future goes, greedy.
Alright, all Paige wanted was to be free.
Alright.
We get her out, they come back.
No, that's not how, maybe? Look?
You can see. Can I just go over and pull the string out of it?
Hold on.
Roll plus tough for me to see how strong you are.
Hold
with
on,
one
hold
hand.
on. I don't think we should rush this. Can I, like, is he trying to break the book yet? Or is that what you're saying? Are you trying to...
I'm just, like...
You'll have to rip the cover off to get to the string. It's the string that stitches the pages together.
Right, I can get her out.
Who
We
has
have
ghosts
her
in this
binding.
house?
Luckily, he only has one hand. Just kidding. No, I don't,
Apparently it's permanent.
It's an aesthetic choice. What?
For better or worse.
I have my soul now, but what if... Can we have our cake and eat it too? What if my soul's the gatekeeper? It doesn't go anywhere, right?
I mean, we could probably attach the string binding the book to your soul. Maybe?
And then...
And she'll just be stuck in the book, don't do that.
No, she won't be stuck in the book. She'll be
I'm the binding.
gatekeeper.
I want to make sure that they don't go anywhere, and I'm pointing at the cheer squad area clump.
No, the wind did, or the rude ghosts in this house. Sorry, the doors keep opening. Ghosts want to hear everything that's happening.
The ghosts are really into this. As long as...
Ghosts are super into
I mean,
this.
I would be.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the ghosts in game are super into this.
They're hanging out, waiting to see what we're gonna do. As long as...
flips open on the couch. The book flips open on the table, and Paige sighs and says, "The gatekeeper cannot have or be a soul. The souls have somewhere that they have to be.
Well...
The very fact that this pocket even exists is wrong.
Where is your soul?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm the soul or if I'm something else at this point."
Time.
I feel like...
Time, can you fix this point?
Your
Maybe...
soul to the book.
What if we fix it so that my soul is wrapped up in... as a... Can we make a fixed point where my soul becomes a gatekeeper? Then the soul doesn't go anywhere. And... I don't know.
Future kind of sighs and says, "It doesn't work like that."
Can I reach out to Paige, where I can sense Paige, and try to investigate with my uwu if she is or not?
Is that a move? Investigate with uwu?
Yes, it is.
Uwu.
No, it's just investigate a mystery, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What do I roll with? That's weird.
That's the sharp
7.
for investigation.
Nope, just 6. Never mind.
Market experience.
Market experience. You try to reach out again, and you just kind of get a migraine from the stress coming off of the cheerleading squad who'd been listening to this whole thing.
Guys, it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Calm down.
We can...
Can we turn her soul into the binding?
Future just kind of scratches their chin and goes, "I mean, we could kill her."
That's also not ideal.
I mean,
Basically, just undid what I did. Okay.
yeah, you bound her soul back to her. The problem here was that there was a soulless being running around, not bound to anything. You bound her back to us. The rest of this is Death's problem.
Right, I should have done the other thing then.
What if we... What if we...
Your choice has been made.
Alejandro, we may have to kill you again.
Again!
You killed her once.
I did not. She's alive.
You technically did.
Can I do it myself? I don't wanna,
Wait.
I don't want to lose my soul. I want it to still be with me.
Why can't we just put one of mine here since I have a bag of marbles now?
Souls can't become the gatekeeper, is the problem.
Souls cannot be the gatekeeper. And Future leans over and goes, and there's something else planned for you anyway.
But
Don't
Foxglove,
make these decisions for me.
your probability now, right?
Give me a second. Is there?
You have seen the probable outcomes. You know that something will happen if you rip the binding out of the book, and you have already rebound Alejandro's soul.
I don't quite know what will happen when I rip the binding out.
Oh, because you didn't ask that.
This is true. Let's have it done. Let's rip the binding out.
No. What's...
Future's going to chime in again and say, well, you're going to have to make a decision soon. The fire just reached the stairs.
Time, can you...
We're running out of time.
Is there any chance we can go back just a minute? Just... Before this happens?
Let me do that. Use magic.
I'm afraid that probability has already sewn a new patch into the timeline.
Can I go back and unsew that patch?
No.
Damn.
You need to be more careful with your choices, Canon. My goodness, you'd think after everything that's happened you'd understand that there are consequences to your actions.
I thought this was the right choice.
It wasn't. It's only 50% of the right choice. It was great.
Your friend is technically alive. You did fix the thing that you...
We just gotta save those guys. Okay, you know what? I guess we're even. Right? You fixed this.
Yeah. I still feel like I still did terrible things to you.
I appreciate you saying that.
I fixed the problem you had from her.
And I turn back to the book and I'm like... Can you take it back out?
Not with your timeline so firmly attached.
Oh God, no!
Stab.
No. Stop, put that knife away.
If we...
You're not thinking.
I'm
not going to.
them out. And... If I'm the only one that can make that decision...
We'd like everyone to be happy here.
We just stuck it back in you, though. Are they really that important to you?
Yes, because they were
Those
my
souls
friends.
won't go anywhere without bodies. They won't have bodies to inhabit.
We can't just let them go.
There is nothing for them. There is nothing left for them on the material plane. They are dead.
That can be fixed, though.
That cannot be fixed, Alejandra.
I mean, Time said that too.
I thought
None of them can fix it.
Time said... Time's
need
problem was that they
material.
needed the souls, right? And that's why we wanted to...
No.
The problem is there's no bodies. The bodies are gone.
Bodies never existed.
No, the bodies existed. They have been deleted. You're misunderstanding. They weren't rewound to dust. I ended them and set the fire as a cover-up.
Oh.
To be like, well, reality needs a plausible reason for these 7 girls to go missing, so, massive fire.
I asked for a solution, and I saw that tearing the binding out would be a solution to this. I don't know exactly what it'll do, but I think it might help. Because I think those girls are permadead.
Okay, so tearing out the binding breaks the book and frees Page Turner, and the other one's stuck inside there.
Or if the bubble collapses.
Then we figure out the next step.
The time. If the Page
Turner.
If Page Turner is free, then what happens with time? What's time able to do now?
Future kind of like sits on the edge of the table and crosses their legs and goes, I don't know, it's a delightful little mystery.
Exactly. So, find some answers, maybe we can fix something in the process.
Ast is kind of like off to the side, thinking, and looks around the space and goes, hold on. Where's Death?
Isn't she Death now? And I'll point
No,
out.
she's just cursed. Where'd Death go?
Hey, Death, you here?
Did you bind? Is the string binding your book together, Death?
Is Death the dog?
I don't know about that one, but
You don't know.
we were on the right track before, I think. Rels, maybe you should take a break.
She's very stressed out.
Early, your brain's getting too fried. You have a -1 to sharp, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
I mean, it's an understandable reaction when faced with eternity.
Maybe that's Death. I mean, is he here? Can I try and, I don't know if this will work. I don't even know what my powers are anymore right now.
Did you move to mundane?
Can I try and tune in to find Death? There's possibly? Or like a minion of Death or something?
Roll investigative mystery for me.
Okay. That's plus sharp, right?
Yes.
Yes.
An 8.
You look around and you start to realize that things are clumped weirdly. Like you watch one of the souls drift and it like goes around something in its path, and there's just this pocket of space where the souls don't go.
And I'm still seeing souls.
You are still seeing souls, more faintly than you were before.
Cool.
And you can't see any longer, but you do still see the souls.
Right.
You see what you imagine Kenan and Arlia are seeing.
Alright. I'd like to walk over towards that pocket.
Okay. What do you do at the pocket?
I have no idea. I'll point to it and be like, does anyone see
What
this?
is this? There's nothing there.
Hey, Time, you did that one weird claw thing before. Do you think you could do that again?
Where you're pointing? Future gets up and goes, I can try.
Why are we friends with them now?
Do you need some help?
We just need to fix things. I'm not friends with these guys. They're creepy.
I'm a part of them now?
Yeah, why were we friends with you? You're creepy.
You're also creepy.
That is very
Good
true.
point.
The fuck were you friends with me?
Future reaches out and, like, their hand hits a resistance and there's another ripple. And they go, oh, that's gross.
What is it?
It feels like Jell-O.
Ew.
Oh, Jello.
I'm willing to stick my hand into the Jello.
You only have one left. Use the dead one at least.
Future stops you and goes,
That's a good
I
point.
wouldn't if I were you.
What is it?
Maybe just stop sticking your hand in things. Interesting. I think Death is having a timeout.
A timeout.
Time out?
Are they 5?
Who put him in timeout?
Are they taking a vacation?
I think that it's... I really don't know.
Hey, we gotta take care. I'm gonna like start screaming at it. We got a mess we gotta take care of. Can you get off your 5-minute break and get out here?
There's pause, and then a skeletal hand slaps up against the side of it,
Creepy.
and there's a wave of ripples, and a few of the souls bob away like a wave just hit them. Like, you know when birds land on the ocean? They bob away like that. And then another hand smacks up against the other, and then 2 more,
Ew.
and this skeletal face just presses right up against it and hisses at you.
Do we see this?
Yes.
Hey, while you were sleeping, just to let you know, things are kind of getting broken out here, so...
It, like, pushes and it can't get through,
Oh, you're stuck.
and it, like, starts
Hey.
clawing at it and screeches again.
Paige, I'm pretty sure you're responsible for this.
Did
Paige
you lock
goes.
Death up?
I might have.
How is you... What happened?
Can you undo it?
It'll be the strength
yeah.
from your binding, probably.
Alejandro, you have your soul now. Come, touch the book.
Don't touch the book. Don't touch the book.
Come touch the book.
What does touching the book do?
I'm gonna just grab Alejandro.
I'm gonna grab the book.
I'm gonna grab Alejandro's arms.
The book is going to dip away from your hand cannon. And the dog's gonna growl at you again.
I'm looking at Death. I'm like, should I touch the book? What's happening? How do we get you out of here? What are you doing? Can you speak?
Death is just screaming in rage.
Oh, you're angry.
And Time goes, oh, that's weird.
Are they stuck in a prison?
Probably something like that.
Paige goes, you can see what happened if you touch my soul with yours, Alondra. Remember how I told you when the souls bump into each other?
Hey, Death, is that true?
It's been centuries for me. I don't remember what happened. But you can look.
I'm gonna lunge forward and touch the book instead.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're going on another fun time trip.
I have more souls than you. Fuck
Fair
off.
enough. Fair enough.
Hopefully some of the other ones get shortened.
You
You still
feel-
retain your humanity.
You feel that vertigo pull again, and you like fall into the pages of the book. All you guys see is her holding the book. And like occasionally she'll turn a page like she's reading something.
This isn't the best time, Rels.
Your mind is just dropped into this space, and you see but from a first person point of view.
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
You see the same vision that Past gave you, but from a different point of view,
Oh,
from
great.
first person. So you're looking at your hands, but they're Paige's hands. And you look around, and you're in the dorms, as you know them, but older. Even though they look new, it's like way back when the school was new. Like the trees in the walkway are saplings still, and the cobblestones are fresh.
This school's due for a remodel.
And
The fire will definitely help out with that.
you look around the room that you're in, and the bed is like shoved up against the window, and the dresser is pushed out of the way, and there's this huge, crazy chalk circle with intricate runes carved into the ground, and just a ring of black candles.
Okay, witchcraft.
And you look down at your hands again, and there are white and black threads tied all the way up and down her arms.
Mm-hmm.
And she's chanting something that you can't quite make out. But as she's chanting, she's severing each little thread. And as she's doing this, she glances up, and you see a mirror across the room on a vanity. And you see
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
who you understand to be Paige Turner, a young brunette woman in the school's uniform of the time. There's like a blazer with a patch on it that says Craven Academy hanging over a chair, and she's got her sleeves of her undershirt rolled up all the way to her shoulders, and she's severing every thread with a little silver knife. And behind her in the reflection, you see the classic figure of the Grim Reaper, skull face, black robe, rise up from the circle on the floor, wax of the candles coming up to form the base almost. And there's two hands just holding the scythe, and then two more hands come out and go to grab for her arms to stop her. And she severs the rest of the lines as quickly as possible, while chanting faster. And you have no idea what language she's speaking, but you hear a stutter, a stumble. She forgot a line somewhere or a word, and there's a shriek, and the mirror shatters, and you see in fragmented pieces the wax wrapping around the figure of death, and both of them falling into this starless expanse.
Okay.
While she's doing this, can I just slowly see if I can try to move her closer to the black void?
Roll plus cool for me to see if you break her concentration.
Oh, are you moving her towards? You mean towards death, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to kill me.
Is this act under pressure?
Yes.
Can I use the move I read about this sort of thing? Since that
guess.
allows me to roll plus sharp instead of plus cool.
Fuck it, do it.
I guess.
God damn it.
I know how to beat a death god.
That's, even with the plus 2 for my plus sharp, that's a plus 5. Or that's a 5.
Level up.
Mark a failure.
Mm-hmm.
You touch Aurelia's shoulder, and you get sucked into the vision too, and it starts over, and Aurelia, you have to watch this.
Oh, that sucks.
Do I see him there?
No.
Cool.
It's
I'm just getting a replay. Alright,
Yeah.
alright. Try to remember
I missed the
everything.
first time.
Try to remember everything.
Do they eventually? Are they just staring at it? Like, do I gotta like turn it down and be like?
yeah.
Like, Cannon comes over and like grabs the other hand, and then they're like reading it together.
Yeah. Exactly what happened.
Two people reading a book.
Spellbound.
That was weird.
Are we finally out of it now?
Yes, you come back to yourself after watching the wax wrap around death, and now you understand what's happened here. She was trying to find herself free of death, and accidentally found death from itself. Latin phrases can be so tricky. And the substance around death is the wax from the candles.
Cool.
So we did need fire in the first place.
Damn it. Next time we bring a flamethrower and a juice thrower.
Alright, let's rip out this binding and let's release the,
Does that help this guy out?
I don't think
yes,
that...
I don't know, hopefully.
A favor for a favor.
Maybe.
Maybe we let him out and he'll keep our friends. Wait, no, that doesn't.
Fuck around and find out.
Yep,
I don't
no,
like
that's what
that.
we're gonna do. We have to fuck around and find out, because there's nothing else we can learn at this situation, I think.
You know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
will she let us?
Yeah, how's the book feel about this?
She's She's just kind of given up at this point. The book slides across the table to you, and Alondra, you can't see her anymore, but you get the feeling she's sitting in the chair.
Just like, get it over with.
She's like, whatever you do won't be worse than this.
And just chill out. We're figuring it out. This might work.
This is gonna... Is time still here? Are they just watching us?
Yeah, Future is absolutely delighted by this. All three eyes open, just like, ooh!
If there was another chair, Present would be in it, and Past is just kind of off in the corner thinking.
Past is watching the souls go by and go, oh, I knew him.
That one really was Tim. Okay.
Alright, let's rip out this binding. Bring out the knife. Cut it open. Cut the back of the book open.
I'll hold it down so it doesn't slide around.
As you do that, you see the binding in this book are the threads that Paige had around her arms that she had been cutting to sever her ties to death.
They're her life threads.
A representation of them.
I do not see that she's sitting down in the chair.
No, none of us see her anymore.
You don't see her. But Aurelia and Canon, you do recognize. You see the knots tied in weird places, and you, Canon, you understand now that this book that your father made was made with the artifact from a mysterious disappearance of a girl.
Great. My dad has another hand in this. Can we just start pulling, ripping out the threads, or the bindings, or the threads?
Does anything happen, or do they stuck?
Would it be easier just to cut them out?
Ripping or cutting, whatever you do, this paper is old, and they come free so easily.
Oh, good, good.
And the space around you ripples and shudders, and Alondra, as you're watching, the barrier between you and death starts to melt.
Oh.
Like wax under a hairdryer.
Is he angry, or is he getting happier, or what?
I mean, I assume he's still yelling.
It stops screeching, but it's still, like, ready to bust through.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna need you to chill out when you come through, alright? This is already a pretty tense situation, so let's try and keep it down.
Look, we're trying to solve this problem you've got.
Just let's not do anything crazy.
I'm gonna grab Alejandra and Canon and just be ready to try to teleport in case it comes and attacks us.
I'm gonna be ripping out the last threads, and then... I mean, you don't have to worry about me.
As the last thread is plucked, the papers just... There's a sigh from the book, and they flutter, just like scattering apart. And each one of them turns into a little floating light.
Oh.
Ink just falls from the paper and turns to a light.
Like ripples, the ink drips out of the paper, and ripples go through this space. And the wax melts away. And death...
The wax does that itself. I was gonna see if throwing the threads on the wax would do anything.
No, as you were doing that, the wax was melting.
Yeah.
They were combined in the ritual.
Are there 7 lights, like I sensed 7 in the book?
Yes, and one of those lights is hovering in the chair like someone's sitting in it.
Oh!
And as the barrier finally drops, the skeletal figure reaches their hands, all 4 of their arms, out into the darkness and pulls on this glittering robe of just the space around them. And they sigh, come over to the chair and go, "Naughty humans and your books."
I believe that was an accident.
Just gonna reach out for Paige, and you all see the soul melt into the full figure of Paige, much like Alondra's soul did. And she's just sitting there, and her hair is kind of floating around her, and she goes, I don't know why I didn't ever think to break the book.
Well, I mean, you were the book, so I guess that's kind of a...
It was right there the whole fucking time.
And Death just shoos her out of the chair and sits down and picks up the teapot, the empty teapot, and pours a cup of hot tea.
Oh, that's so
for
uncool.
themselves.
Not big enough to share with the class.
They're big, but the teacup is hilariously human-sized.
I'm gonna give him the threads and tell him, keep these safe. Destroy them, do whatever.
They're going to scoop them up in one hand, and, like, close their skeletal fist around it, and when they open it, they're ashes.
That works.
You are not supposed to be here.
Yeah, we're gonna leave. We're leaving right now. Nice to meet you.
Few things to sort out first before we go. And I point to time.
Wait, what was that? Something before we get out?
Few things to sort out before we go. We need to figure out what's happening, you know, with our timeline and the bubble and everything like that.
Time goes, well, most of the library has burned. It's got the shelves now, which is exciting.
Okay.
Or Leah, you can get us out of this place.
We're not...
Fairly easily.
It's not just a leaving thing. We're not done. We can't just leave. Nothing's solved.
No. I'm talking about, like, once we go to leave.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yes, Death.
Little lights appear in the sockets of Death's eyes, solely for the purpose of rolling their eyes.
Cute.
You're all so frantic all of the time. Settle, children.
Okay.
I have good news for you. For everyone, really.
And what's the bad news?
Is there bad news?
I said nothing about bad news.
Cool.
There's usually bad
Child.
news with these
Stop
things.
talking to Death. Gonna put my hand on his mouth.
That's probably the smartest thing anyone in this campaign has done. Is shoving cannon up. Death is going to look to Alejandra and say, you don't need to become a gatekeeper because that's my job.
Wonderful. Can we save these guys?
All of them?
All of them.
Roll plus charm for me, Alejandra.
Come on.
You can do it.
11.
Come on. Nice.
Okay.
Woo!
Death is going to, like, pinch where the bridge of their nose would be, and there's, like, the sound of bone scraping on bone next to their eye sockets, and they just... Fine.
You're amazing!
If it will get you all out of my home, I have some serious cleaning to do.
Perfect.
And Death is going to stop and look at you, Cannon, and look back at Time and go, what is this? What did you do?
Gonna push
And
away.
Future's going to be like, in my defense, he cut me open first.
Kinky.
Death is just like, and none of you saw a way to fix that. Okay, here's how this is going to go.
They tried. I'd like to stay.
Shut up!
No, we're
Death is
fixing
going
things.
to, like, reach out, and their hand is going to get so much larger as it gets closer to you. And they're just going to,
That's
like,
cool.
catch you like someone catches a hamster. Just the three of you in one hand, and just gently scoop you away and go, have a delightful trip. And they're going to, like, scoop the cheerleader souls as they go, and go, goodbye, and shove you through, like, The walls ripple around you.
Oh, sick.
And they're just like, we're done.
I don't like this.
Sweet.
I
And
love
you're-
it.
I am
You're-
screaming like I'm on a roller coaster.
In
You are
horror.
shoved immediately back into reality. And you are not near each other. Aurelia, you're back in the gym of the school. And the cheerleading squad is around you, and they are all conscious, save Sabrina, who is not there.
Yeah.
You look around, and the building is very much on fire, and the bleachers are very much ablaze, and your friends are very much unconscious.
Oh.
But would be very, very calm if they were in this situation.
Yeah, you know how you calmed them before they were turned
So
to
they're just
ash.
sitting. So they're just sitting in a burning building, chilling.
They kind of look. They're unconscious. They're passed out.
Oh, they're all.
Their bodies have returned, but they look like they were mid-practice and then just passed out, and the building is now on fire. And it is like there are bits of the ceiling falling in, and the door is pinned shut.
Okay. I will touch. I will like throw myself over all of them and just try to touch them all and try to teleport us outside.
Okay,
Do I
roll
need
plus
to
weird.
look for that?
We're cheerleaders. Why don't you just make like a pyramid?
I just use it more.
Then you would all be touching.
What is luck? Let's see. Oh yeah, I could do that.
Luck automatically makes a 12, but if you use up all your luck, you become doomed.
And what's doomed?
Doomed means I get to fuck with you.
Oh cool.
All the
I'll use the
time.
luck. I'll use the luck to get us all out
Okay.
since the door's shut.
We've all burned
You
one, which is
gather all
good.
your friends, and you're so happy to see them. And like, there's a couple of them have some burns, and like their clothes are kind of scorched because they've been laying in the fire for who knows how long it took you to wake up from that. But you poof outside, and you're just out back of the gym, usually where the fire drills tell you to go. So you're just kind of near the hedges, and you're all like, you're panting in the grass, and you're all sweaty and gross, and you see like flashing lights at the front of the school, and you hear sirens.
No one saw you teleport.
No one saw you teleport. Ironically, everyone's out front of the school when you do this,
Cool.
Just watching the building burn.
and you managed not to land in any of the shattered glass from the explosion out of the cafeteria.
Nice.
Alondra, you wake up in the school's library.
By
Not
myself?
the secret library. You are in the school
The actual
library
library.
where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had been spending most of your time, and you're kind of almost trapped under one of the shelves that had fallen over at some point, and it is burning, and the books on it are currently ablaze. One of them falls onto the back of your legs.
Out of instinct, and because I want to kind of see what I am able to do, I'd like to try and use magic, just like not Fusro Da, but essentially just like a wave of energy to blast this thing off of me.
You want to big whammy and use it to get the shelf off of you?
I don't have big whammy, so I would just use normal.
You don't have big whammy?
No, because that I can only choose 3 moves, right?
Ah, okay,
So-
I see.
But yeah, I just kind of also want to see if I still have my magic, so that's mainly why I'm trying to do it this way.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll weird for me.
9?
Okay. You, pick and roll yourself over, and you're just like, oh, please, 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 please. And you throw your hands out, and there's, a weird extension of your soul out of your hands, and they shove the shelf off
Your
of you.
soul
Oh,
magic.
that's interesting.
You get to keep your powers.
You do get to keep your powers. They're different powers now, but you do still have powers.
That's cool.
Yay.
And as you
Ooh.
get to your feet, you see a familiar pair of pointed shoes under another pile of book and bookshelves.
Pointed shoes?
Yes, the
Like a
very
goblin?
carefully crafted Italian leather pointed shoes of your dear stair-sitting friend Raoul.
Oh my god.
Raoul?
He came in to find you.
Was he under trapped underneath anything, or did I free both of us when I did that, or what was the...
He's trapped under another shelf. It's a much shorter shelf, but you get the sense that he's been breathing in the smoke a lot longer than you have.
I'm gonna just stupid, and I'm gonna go try and get him
Are
out.
any of the books on fire?
All of the books are on fire.
It's safe to assume he's dead.
Oh well, I tried.
You're not here, kid.
We know what you would do, Kenneth. What's Alejandra doing?
Oh well, I did my best.
Kevin, you're a monster.
I'll go try and like see like how conscious he is. Like, hey, I need you to help me move this, or I don't know, something like.
Okay. Read a bad situation for me.
Raul, I don't care if you die, but at the same time, I don't want you to. Oh, I rolled double sixes. That's a 13. Of course I roll a 13 when I'm saving Raul.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Not when you're fighting death.
Not when I'm like, fighting for my soul or anything, but nope.
You glance around the library and you see that he's in a part that hasn't totally caught fire yet. The top of the shelf he's under has caught fire, but it hasn't really made its way to him. It looks like he was just kind of knocked out when the shelf landed on him.
Of course he was.
He's got a gash over one eye, and he'll have a cool scar when that heals, but he is coming around as he hears you talking, and he's like, Alejandra?
We gotta lift this if we're gonna get you out. Come on.
Oh no, that's on fire.
Do it!
He's got like one fang still in.
Oh, what a tool.
He's like, his little noodle arms, he pushes on the shelf while you're pulling on it.
His little noodle arms.
He got a 6, so he's
What do I roll?
much. He's trying.
Am I rolling plus tough, or?
No, you've sailed through this roll.
Okay, alright. Cool.
A 13 on something I had set at an 8. You've got him.
Fling!
He tries to push, and you just kind of grab it with one arm and yank it back upright and grab him by the back of the shirt. Like, come on!
What's my best way out? That way.
He's even more in love with you now.
Your best way out is the bay of windows at the back of the room. You huck a dictionary through one and throw him out onto the lawn after it.
I don't even care if he gets cut by the glass.
Nope, you just chuck him.
You're so hot, though, in his eyes right now. Just...
I'm never talking to him after this.
You've done nothing but cement this crush. It's hilarious.
Not like I talk to him anyway, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have successfully made it out of the still burning school. Hannon, you are upstairs. You are in the dorms in your room, and weirdly, you have your shotgun now.
Oh, cool.
No hand, shotgun. Let's go out and cause some mayhem. No.
Mayhem? What are you gonna do? Shoot the fire?
Shoot the children.
I mean, that's how it works, right?
The
I'm
upstairs
not
is
from Florida,
also
so
on fire.
no. Can I read a bad situation, see if there's a good
Absolutely.
way out?
Go ahead and read a bad situation for me.
That is a 8.
Okay. That gives you 2 questions, I believe.
I think I only get the one.
Or, no, you only get the 1 on an 8.
Yeah. And my haven doesn't.
Your
give me
haven does
anything
not
else.
apply.
It's on fire.
Probably burned at this point.
What did I have in my haven anyway? It's just
It's
workshop,
actually where-
infirmary.
Yeah, it's actually where they started the fire,
They really don't like you.
because they thought it was funny.
Fair.
These guys are just like you. It's a good thing you became one of them.
Right? So what was my best way out?
Your best way out at this point, you glance towards where the stairs are and see just a wall of fire, and you're like, okay, nope. Your best way out would probably be one of the windows. And you do remember on the girl's side that there is a trellis going up one of the faces of the building that has like ivy growing on it, and you could potentially climb down that as long as the outside is not also on fire.
I could climb down it with one hand? Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah,
That is rough.
like a ladder. You just grip,
Yeah.
foot, grip,
Alright. Let's try it. Let's see.
foot. I climb up to my bunk bed every night because I'm always carrying a mug.
She's training for this exact situation.
I'm just gonna go out there, or gonna go towards this girl's side, check to make sure, yell out, "Anyone still here?"
And you do remember from your blip out of the time bubble that the fire alarms were going off and a large portion of the student body had already evacuated, so pretty confident that nobody else is still upstairs.
Good.
Okay. Just a dummy check. Now let's get back out to where the trellis should be.
And then I'm gonna have you roll plus cool for me to see if you can climb down this thing.
So I just fall on my butt.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 1.
Oh.
That's a 2. So
Ow.
that's a 4. Total.
Oh man.
I mark experience, and I fall on my
You
head.
swing yourself out that window and you feel all kinds of cool because a fireball comes out behind you as part of the roof caves in. And you start climbing down the trellis. You've got a good rhythm, and then you reach up with your stump to grab for the trellis, and you remember that there's not a hand there, and you slip.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the ground pretty hard, and you take 2 harm,
I am unstable now.
and you just kind of lay there in the grass. You're a little winded, and you're looking up as the school starts to crumble under the fire.
Starts crumbling.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think like the roof starts to sink into the top floor, and just this jet of fire comes up. You lay there
And
for like
more of it starts falling down, and more fire, and more starts falling down.
yeah, and you're just kind of laying there watching it, a little bit dazed. You might have a concussion, and after a
That's
couple
pretty
minutes,
cool.
like a firefighter comes by and like picks you up.
Starts pulling me away.
Yep, you get carried out of there.
Mm-hmm. So cool! I'm getting carried out. I'm awesome!
Am I
Princess
conscious
style carry.
with all these unconscious cheerleaders around me?
Yes, you are conscious, but you are unstable. Mark 1 more harm for me.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Might be a good point to yell out.
Yeah, I'm too away from dying. So I'm gonna
Like I
start
said.
screaming like, help! Help!
And help comes. There is a number of emergency personnel on campus right now taking care of this. And you and the cheer squad get picked up, and as you're taken out front where they've set up like a first aid station with like 7 ambulances, you see someone has already found Charlotte somewhere.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Because we
great.
completely forgot about her.
Charlotte's
Whoops.
okay. And you see Alondra just kind of begrudgingly standing next to Raoul while he's getting checked over and
Hi!
having
Hi!
Oh, hey,
the
look, an
burn
excuse.
treated.
I'm gonna walk over.
He just has, like, the biggest dog eyes looking at her.
He does. He's just like, you saved me.
Nope.
The only difference between Alondra and Cannon is Cannon said it.
And speaking of Cannon, Alondra, as you go over to your cousin, you see the beefiest of firefighters, princess style, carrying unconscious Cannon.
Well, I guess this is all worth something in the
This
end.
is fine.
Can I take a picture with my phone?
Yes.
Still have, just let me reach around the hand, pull out the phone.
You do still have a hand in your
I
bag.
do, yeah, no. I was gonna throw it away in space, but I thought you might want it later.
Keep it out of the
Oh,
Yeah,
souvenir.
she has like a cursed cat or cursed human hand.
And there's a bunch of students milling around and talking about what could have possibly happened. And there's so much gossip happening. And then you see, on the edges of the woods, you see Sabrina's nightgown again.
Yeah,
But
bones.
at the right level this time. And Sabrina comes running back to campus, her legs scratched up and bruised, and she looks like she's been in the woods for a week.
Oh my gosh.
That tracks.
I'm so
Her hair's all
happy.
matted and she's all scratched and scared, and she goes, "Oh my god, what happened?"
I wonder how much they remember. I have no idea. Is she
Yeah, I'm
like?
currently wondering that too. Do they remember being dead?
They have no memories.
Up to what
She has no
point?
idea what she was doing in the woods.
Like,
She has no idea.
oh wow,
She
okay.
has no idea how she got in the woods. To her knowledge, she's been out there for days, at the very least.
Lost somewhere.
In a nightgown.
In a nightgown, so she's, like, cold, and someone gets a shock blanket around her and calls the police,
Yeah.
We found her!
and the headmistress is, like, standing on the driveway with just one hand over her mouth, watching her livelihood burn.
Oh yeah, her.
That's all right.
Sabrina used the burning smoke as a signal to go. There's somewhere to
Hey.
go.
The fire, she found her way home.
It was all worth it in the end. Oh.
Hey, we did it, guys! We did it!
Everyone's taken to the hospital who needs treatment, and parents are called to come and get children because there's no school now.
Oh no, my parents.
Oh no,
More
all
of
that
a-
money my family gave to them.
Shannon, your father is furious when he gets to you.
Be soon, since he was on the way.
You're in the hospital now, and your father shows up, and he's just like, "I really hope security isn't going to start checking cars in the parking lot because mine is full of guns." Cannon Foxglove, when your mother gets here, you are in so much trouble.
I think she'll think it's pretty damn cool.
You
I'm
were
gonna
told
hack the hourglass on my hand.
you made a pact with time.
Yes.
You pissed off the Library of Death. You lost
No
a
longer
hand.
the Library of Death.
You lost a hand somehow. You didn't stay put when I told you to stay put. Oh,
It was awesome.
I'm going to kick your ass myself.
It was awesome.
And Bazooka Foxglove shows up and goes, "Oh, Cannon, my baby boy, what happened to you? Why are you taller?"
She noticed.
Of course she noticed. She's your mother.
So, lost my hand,
Hmm.
got time powers,
Oh.
freed death from a nearly 200-year-old binding, I think.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting.
She's totally cool with it, she doesn't care.
Henry's like, "Zuka!"
Hey, well,
Dad, you
he's
shouldn't have made
alive.
that book and bound death to the, and done whatever you did to that book. You thought was dead to that book. You nearly doomed a woman's soul to eternity and doing
I'm
nothing.
in the middle of the thing. I was outside earlier. No. Sorry, I'm being told I have to leave the cave.
No.
Could you kindly repeat that?
What did you miss?
All of it.
Okay. Let's see here. You saw that. You bound, what you thought was death to a book and nearly trapped a woman's soul for eternity. Or would be eternity.
Henry's like, I didn't know it was a book. I was trying a thing I learned about how to speak to spirits by binding a book with something they were close to. How do you know about that?
I know the person. I spoke to her spirit of sorts.
Oops.
Also, freed death from the bindings that the said person bound death to.
You're
On
grounded.
the,
You're grounded.
seems acceptable, considering everything else.
You're grounded till you're 20.
That can be a lot sooner than you think.
you feel time in your head. Future goes, don't start playing with that. Past will get mad.
Future is so, like, genial, you know?
Future is full of hope.
It is.
Yes.
Aurelia, your mom is just... If she had wings, she'd be fluttering around. She's so nervous, and she's just like, what do you mean you met death?
Well, he was kind of trapped in a wax prison. Oleandra was gonna be Death, and then we were like, nah, don't do that. And then we kind of saved Death from the prison, which was bound into a book by this woman 200 years ago. Yeah, that's what happened. Also, Cannon lost a hand, and he's an
Glossed
agent.
over how I lost it.
You need to stop talking to that boy.
No, he's really...
He's a bad influence.
I don't like him that much anymore, but...
Good. Every time you spend time around him, one of you ends up in the hospital.
I mean, lots of people are in the hospital now. That's not my fault.
I'm seeing a pattern, and I don't like the pattern.
Hey, Mom, did you know that you're a fairy?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I told you. Do you never pay attention in your family history lessons?
I sleep.
Did you know that we're related to... Who was it? I forgot.
Titania.
Aurelia Lembro, I
yes,
am
Mom,
so disappointed in you.
Mom, listen. Okay, the coolest thing though was we made this cranberry juice cannon, but it didn't work. But also, I figured out how to do what you do when you don't want to ride the bus.
You burned down the school.
And I saved the whole cheerleading squad with it. It was so cool.
They were all unconscious.
Good job, I'm proud of you. Never do that again.
Why?
You scared the life out of me. Look at where you are right now.
I'm fine. Look, I've got fluids.
It's not cranberry juice time.
The fact that there have to be fluids being put into you means that you are not fine, Aurelia. Go to sleep.
Okay.
Alejandra, your mom and dad are just like, why are you in the hospital again?
I don't know, but I don't think I was able to walk, so I guess I don't need the crutches anymore, by the way.
Burn on my leg.
Oh, yeah. I might need the crutches for that, and I point to the thing burning on my...
Oh.
I was in the school fire. It's fine, I guess.
You are shaving years off my life. Do you know what you do to your poor mother?
I try not to think about it too much.
So about you, Mom.
It's always about Mom.
I know.
Said we're sick, but at least there's some color to your cheeks again.
What you been doing to your poor mother and me, your other mother? And
I kind of like... Is there like a mirror nearby?
Yes, there's like a little mirror on the side table where you're sitting.
I'd like to look in my mirror and see if I seem better.
You have like
death.
You have like a healthy flush to your cheeks and your eyes are brighter. You do still have the marks that shift when you use your magic.
Okay.
That's you do.
New.
You look less like
death.
A corpse.
Interesting. Okay, cool. And I kind of like scoop back at my thing a little bit, or my bed, my hospital bed, and like, how are Rouse and Foxglove?
Raylia's sleeping. She's fine. Her mother's been chewing her out for an hour. Something about buses. I didn't care to check on Foxglove. Frankly, I don't think you should be spending as much time around them as you have been.
Yeah. Well.
Frankly, he's uninvited to the barbecue. He is no longer invited to the barbecue.
He is forbidden from coming to our house.
The barbecue. The greatest social event of the season.
Not 100% sure Aurelia is going to be fine with that, but...
I mean, would he have come? Probably, but probably only talk to me.
Yeah, he would have come because his father forced him to, but the Foxgloves have been removed from this social circle. They are no longer welcome here.
At least in that one.
Yeah, no, the Holstons do not care for you.
For me, personally. Foxgloves
Yeah.
in general, they're okay
Your
with
dad's on thin fucking ice. Bazooka Foxglove is welcome everywhere, but you and your father.
The apple
Oh,
doesn't
that
fall
reminds
far
me.
from the tree.
Yeah. What is my mother's class?
Your mother?
Yeah, I'd imagine she's something like the professional?
Your mother is the chosen.
Oh,
No, she's the destiny seeking.
nice.
Hey guys, we're not dead.
We are not dead.
Better than that.
You managed to. You snorted time dust and got out of a total party kill. And once again, the power of friendship saved your lives.
And we got a happy ending.
I mean, we're all kind of messed up now, though.
Oh yeah, there's trauma there.
I mean, like, I feel like we're never gonna be normal, like, office workers after this.
Oh no, you have all been kind of conscripted into the weird world. You, Aurelia, you notice that the marks are still on your hands.
Oh, I was gonna ask about if she still had the,
I'm gonna try and rub them up with alcohol wipes.
It does not work. And Future dips in when your mom ducks out to get a coffee. Future just kind of is in the chair next to you after a minute and just goes, so fun thing about those. You're part of probability now.
Ooh.
What? What? No.
You're the other halves of his hourglass.
I don't like that. I just got over him.
Sucks to be you, doesn't it?
guess what? Alejandra is the string connecting you together.
I was
So much.
I was gonna say something too.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means that you're bound forever, irrevocably. Every time he uses his powers to change the world, it's going to drain on you.
Oh.
So he's stealing my energy to use his magic?
Yes. Isn't that fun?
That's a total Foxglove thing to do, though.
Bastard.
I mean, we did use our luck points, so that does make sense.
I'm gonna yell at you later.
And Alejandra, what question did you have?
When I'm by myself, I'm gonna kind of like look in the mirror. I'm gonna examine my marks, and then I'm gonna think about the library real quick and notice how like my powers work differently. And just when I'm by myself, I'm gonna like look around, and I'm gonna see. Like usually, I'd be able to like do like small jinxes and stuff like that. I'm gonna see how different that looks with what I am now, I guess. So I'm gonna like, I don't know, like look at like the window, and I'm gonna try and like hold my hand out and open it with my magic and see what happens.
Your hands? This, the
Do those three
image of
dots
your
look different?
the image of your hands stretches out, and those 3 dots kind of turn into a fractal pattern down the side of your face,
Oh.
like lightning marks.
Interesting.
And when your hands come back, the marks recede back into the dots.
So is it like when my hand stretched out, was it like a physical like, or was it like more like an astral thing or what?
It was an astral thing. Like your soul lifted up out of your hand, and your hands kind of felt like they fell asleep again.
Mhm.
And the astral form of your hands is fucking with things now.
Interesting. Okay.
You got mage hands with your soul.
I got mage hand.
Yeah. You have mage hands.
You have soul hands.
Yes, hands.
Got magic fingers.
I'll just kind of like.
And thus ends the tale of Craven Elite Academy 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Woo-wee!
That was something else.
The school burned down, and somehow you managed to not kill anybody.
Only because death was done with our shit.
I turned 7 girls into dust, and one of you used a luck to be like, can we have them?
I like them. They're my friends.
Oh, you're gonna join the cheerleading squad again, cousin?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I like or Alejandro's character. I'm like, what do I?
Sabrina's wish came true after all.
You're not super depressed anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Got your soul back.
got my soul back. It's amazing. It's cool. It's like, oh, I love it. I love
Oh
it.
god. Now Cannon's like a vampire, but only for me.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that like concept of like you two being like intertwined. Like I don't know, because then the question is, can you do it back to him? Like you know how he can, like where it's like he drains you, can you drain him back? Kind of thing like that,
Or is he defended?
I mean, I imagine you'd still be able to do what you did before.
I don't know.
Yeah, her original vampire stuff.
Wow, that was a lot.
That was awesome. I'm just glad we're all alive. That was rad.
Time was supposed to be 3 executioner types.
Oh.
No.
And you turned them into the weird uncles.
are weird uncles, aren't they?
I prefer like the weird ants. That's kind of what they are to me.
Yeah, they're...
I mean, you do have a lot of weird ants in real life, so yeah.
The
That's
cookies, the crazy people that
I
live down the
was
street.
this close in that space room to just trying to drain Paige's energy away like I did with Alejandra, and probably die.
They all needed to live. Everybody needed to get out alive.
I mean, except for
I was
the...
tempting Alejandra to the dark side
the
entire fucking time.
Her soul's too pure. She can't.
I was only going to do it in order to save people. Like,
Ugh.
She's such a good person.
and then all of a sudden it was like, and then Kenan like decides to. I was full ready to sign it, and then like
I know.
Kenan saved it. Like,
I will say that after you had signed the pact to become the gatekeeper, the barrier would have come down anyway, and death would have absorbed you and gained another pair of arms, and that would have been how that happened.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Ooh.
I like multiple arm death. I think that's pretty dope. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
so I got out alive. No matter that was the best possible circumstance.
That was. Somehow, you wrung another happy ending out of my I want to kill everyone.
That's okay. The next time we can't play, we can just play another Monsters of the Week, and you can kill us then.
Or you can
or
make
not kill
friends
us.
with the material plane this time.
I was say, or not kill us, and let us continue on our happy adventures of friendship.
Alejandra, you will get new... new powers.
I was about to
This
say,
time connected to the material plane.
if we do get to play again, I would love to kind of mess with this class a little bit, and just try and like, I mean, I'd shoot the GM for like approval and stuff like that, but just to kind of make it a little bit more like soul based, essentially. Like,
Yeah, I'd be down for that. I'd
'Cause
love
I-
to see what you do with it.
I'd have to find a way to like balance it out and stuff, because like I wouldn't have like the dark bargains and stuff like that anymore.
You would have a dark bargain with yourself.
Ooh. Oh, that gives me ideas. I'll have to mess around with it. I like it.
Everything's
is
so
also-
twisty now. Oh my god.
There is also the potential that your dark bargain would be with time.
Or yeah, time or
Yeah.
death. Because I was thinking about this. I'm like, that's why like when he was coming out, I was like, yeah, well, you were asleep. Like, you kind of lost a soul.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I might play with that a little bit. Just kind of that way I have a class to work with. But
I
yeah.
don't like what Time said about me. I don't like that. They have plans. I don't like that.
Oh man,
That was super fun.
that was so good. I love I love these characters. This.
There weren't plans until Canon turned you into a battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you are a part of a different plan. You're part of Cannon's.
I don't want to be part of Karen's plan.
Watch
I have-
with Canon
I
with the
have-
big bad.
Oh no, we gotta
It was
kill him
either
all
that or
now.
you actually die. It's either I turn you into a battery or you die. Huh.
Alejandro, help me kill him next time.
Ken and I are even somewhat. My resentment for him has gone down a little bit.
Do you still resent me for killing you in the first place?
I don't know.
I mean, did she resent you for killing her in the first place?
I don't know.
Maybe she resented the attack.
I don't think I like was able to react because I didn't have like my full soul understanding there. If that makes sense, like where I was like, oh, I was literally like losing my soul. Like, but now it's like, oh, now I have it back. I wonder how you feel about this. Like,
That's true.
I can't
It was an
believe you-
accident, but
I love that you thought to use your probability powers, but I am so mad that you put her soul back.
That was fun. That was such a good roll.
what were you expecting me to do with the probability powers?
I was kind of expecting you to, like, choose
Hmm.
Choose like
between fixing her soul or ripping apart the book, and I totally thought, you being the gremlin that you are, you would go for destruction. But you were like, nah, I'm a make-a-thing.
I'm gonna use my luck point.
I'm a good friend
Fuck
now.
everything else.
Now we're all friends again.
Cannon's got a whole redemption arc going on.
Cannon's got a redemption arc. Future thinks you guys are hilarious.
Our parents are mad at us.
Parents are mad.
Parents are just
Death
like,
is
"You are
pissed.
teenagers? Your parents had this whole arc before.
Oh, that's sick.
They've done this shit.
Yeah.
That's so good.
They were like, I remember being 17.
What are we gonna do about this school? Like that's the other thing. It's like what I wonder what they're gonna do about that.
There's no school left.
Yeah, no, it burned pretty thoroughly.
It's fine. The Foxgloves and the Lamoureux can donate some money.
I took precise strike, expecting to use it.
And you never did.
Nope, we didn't attack anything.
We didn't
I
need
know,
to
I
kill.
kept throwing fights at you guys, and you kept talking your way out of them.
That's pretty good because I'm super bad at fighting.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would have died.
I'm more of like a utility class.
Well, excellent work, everyone.
No, thank you. That was
GM,
that was
super fun.
well written, well fun. Like
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Now
enjoyed
if I
it.
could just
class too.
now if I can just write my comic script with any kind of clarity, we'll be doing great.
Do
I
it.
I think you're like like I was saying before. Like I think you're doing. It'll be fine. It's all about balancing out so that your characters and your plot work together. Like regardless of how strong or whatever they may be.
Yeah. I had a fun idea just to shake things up. I've kind of scrapped the original plot.
Interesting.
I've decided it would be absolutely hilarious to have the wizard apprentice learning from a man who's not a wizard.
I like that.
He's a charlatan.
Charlatan.
That's good.
He was a servant in a wizard tower outside the kingdom. The wizard died, and he stole his clothes and moved to the kingdom. Because he didn't realize that the blue clothes were like what denotes a wizard.
So he's just
Kind
kind
of
of
like a
BSing his
Knight's
way
Tale
through it.
Yeah, kind of like a Knight's Tale situation. He showed up and everyone's just like, "Oh, you must be a wizard." And he goes, "Yes."
Yes, I am. Of course I am.
So he's had this charade going for years, and he gets away with it mostly by traveling. Because he is adept at making potions and like medicines and things, so he cures people. And figured out a fire breathing potion that he's put into like little pill capsules. So when a fight starts, he can just pop a pill capsule and breathe fire for a little bit.
Brah.
But
That's
he's
my
just
one
like,
spell.
he's just like, I don't actually know magic.
I like that. That's entertaining.
Exactly.
So he's trying to teach his earnest, excitable, little magically talented apprentice Gus how to use magic. And he's like, I mean, I've got a bunch of books on magical theory. I can kind of teach this, but I'm a sham.
Right.
I like this. I want to read it.
Yeah. That's a good setup.
That would be very fun.
If I can get it published, we'll get it going.
Yay.
Gotta write my cover plot and do 3 pages of thumbnails and the breakdown of the timeline. So I have to like actually come up with a schedule.
You can do it.
It's daunting and terrifying.
Just have fun. Have fun and structure the fun.
Structure the fun.
Yeah.
I think that's what takes the fun out of it.
Yeah. I've mostly been rewarding myself with whipped cream and coffee.
Ooh.
That's one way.
Like, I have a reward system in place where if I finish writing a piece, I get to go have a cookie and put whipped cream on my coffee.
That's pretty much exactly how they recommend treating ADHD
Yeah.
motivation
It
problems.
is.
So
To reward
I
yourself
I
in
need to
between.
get tested, I think. Because the more I learned on TikTok, the more I'm pretty sure there's more going on here than just depression.
enter that place, Rustin.
Yeah.
Does it cost money to do those tests?
I need to. I was on insurance when I did the test. Although that was getting like talking to the therapist and then like I think doing a test and getting a recommendation to a specialist.
Because I found out something very fun about that service I was using for my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
They are not allowed to give diagnosis.
Yeah, that figures.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So I'm no longer using that service. Because the whole reason I started was like, hey, I need to know exactly what it is that's throwing me off so bad. Like, I should not be having meltdowns every time something doesn't quite go how I need it to. I should not take an hour and a half to put on socks in the morning.
Right.
Like, getting dressed is impossible. I end up sitting on the floor on my phone.
I do that a lot too still.
Just sitting there with like one sock on, and I'm just like, I need to leave in 20 minutes. So if I get dressed in 5 minutes, I still have like 15 to eat.
I do that a lot still.
Yeah, I did that a lot when I was in school.
It's just how the brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can sleep for another 15 minutes. I can get dressed and grab something to eat.
I have my alarms.
And then I can drive and eat on the way there.
I have my alarms set that I have one alarm, and then I have an alarm for 10 minutes after the first alarm.
Yeah. I used to have those.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I still do.
So, yeah, maybe I should get tested, because something is off.
Was it the Neuro Assessment and Development Center that you went to, Rustin?
That's not the thing. Do I still have the... for the one I'm currently going to?
No, the one you went to at first, where they gave you those batteries of tests.
The tests and the referrals.
Yeah.
I know where it is. I've forgotten what it's called.
Because I need to look into it, because I'm not functioning anymore. And I've decided today is my day off. I'm not going to work on stuff today.
Okay.
It's also helpful when you're trying not to overload yourself.
Give my brain a rest. Maybe I'll go for a walk, just to make everyone leave me alone.
It's nice outside, so might as well.
Yeah, my sister keeps coming in and going, it's a nice day, you go do something outside.
Subtle.
Yeah, no, they're not subtle about it, because when they try to be subtle, I don't pick up on what they're saying.
Yeah.
So they have to very literally tell me to do things. But, I mean, I've got new shoes now. So,
It's a good reason to break them in.
yeah. New little slip-on shoes, I can slip them on and go for a walk. Walk around, get lost for a while. Ooh, I've got $2 cash in my bag. I can go and, like, walk and get a snack.
Ooh. Like in the old days. Like
Yeah.
Back when you were an elementary student where you'd walk to the nearest.
Or like high school when we'd walk to Iceberg for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
I very distinctly remember when we were all broke and, like, scraping our pocket change together to get one order of fries. Those fries were amazing. I
don't think I ever had the iceberg fries.
Oh, they're so good. I highly recommend it. I miss potatoes.
Potatoes are great.
I can do sweet potato fries, but they're not the same.
They're so
good.
sweet.
Yeah,
They're good, but they're so sweet.
they kind of throw off the, like the sweetness throws off the whole crisp idea, and I'm like, this is uncomfortable.
Right?
It's like eating a cake.
Yeah,
You
kind
know,
of.
like a little cake fry.
Yeah.
Here, I'm sending you this link. I don't think it's the one that Rustin went to, but it's the first one that comes up that actually has testing. I'll
Okay,
keep looking
cool.
for you though. Hold on.
Guys, Jay made a clay thing.
Plaything.
Clay thing. I gotta. Let me take a screenshot. I gotta. Come on.
I really gotta clean off this keyboard, like, thoroughly. It's got, like, dust on top of it and everything.
Jay made Beezer.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
It's loading.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
That's talent.
Right? I wanted to get him a pottery wheel for his birthday because Blick has the little ones. He doesn't have a lot of space to use it, but they've got small ones, just like tabletop pottery wheels, and I wanted to get him one.
Is that an octopus in the background?
Yes.
That's so cute.
It's kind of like that squid dad, or octopus dad looking guy.
Octodad, yeah.
Octodad. And the top of it looks like it.
Oh, I like that. Oh, nice.
That's really cool. I wish I was able to make anything.
He's so talented.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, Mr. Kid. Oh, so sleepy. There you go. I'm not a crazy cat lady. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's alright. We all love our cats.
I don't know. I'm okay. I don't hate them.
You don't like them, that's fine.
I don't not like them.
Look at this chunky boy.
Do you like dogs?
Yeah, I'm more of a
Look at
dog
this
person, but I
chungus.
don't have
He's
one.
so big.
He's a big cat.
He's a big boy.
My cat looks like a baby compared to that.
Yeah.
Every time I see Tuxie, I'm like, oh, it's teensy. No, there's a reason we call him Fat Boy.
Oh, she's super scrawny. I didn't realize it at first because she was so small when we got her, but I've been looking at other cats and I'm like, oh, you're just a runt, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh.
she's little. He's also kind of chunky because the steroid makes him retain weight.
Where did
Maybe
you
I'll take you for a walk.
Where did you show that? The chunky cat.
She showed her just
I
now.
just
Her,
held him up.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a very round boy. You've all seen pictures of my fat boy.
You just forget.
They also think he might have some Maine Coon genes in him just from the shape of his ears. And the fluff on his chest. No, he's mostly just fat. He's a big boy. And now I'm getting the passive-aggressive pet. So I guess I'm going outside now.
That's
Okay.
probably a nice. I don't know. It's like a nice day. Maybe I'll go work outside just for the fun of it. But
It's really warm.
that's nice.
I'll break in my shoes, take a walk, and go get a candy bar.
Oh, the
Alright.
fun. Okay,
Goodbye,
dope.
friends. Thanks for the very fun game, and how dare you use the power of friendship against me.
I look forward to the next time we get to play.
It's fine. Next time we'll kill each other. It's okay.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye.
I
Bye, guys.
Bye.